Okay, let's get this show on the road. Where is my sting? Here it is. Oh, I'm fucking tired, man. Nope, nope, nope. That one, that one. My ears! It was so loud in my headset. I'm sorry, Zoe. Keep cleaning yourself on my lap. Oh. Get back to said game. We were just about to go to sleep. Ended just before the cutscenes. So I could remember what it was I was doing. Good night. Duff. Didn't even give me cutscenes. Okay. I need to meet up with Hoshino-kun at Ikebukuro Station. Probably best to take a taxi. Time for a taxi. Isn't there somewhere? I don't remember. I was like saying, isn't there somewhere I can like level up my skateboarding or something? What the hell is that? Oh, decoration. Oh, goodbye, Zoe. I've started talking too much. Alright. Ben 10 pawn? Oh man. He's Ben 10. Ben 10. Find the skate park eventually. Yeah, we're going to Ikebukuro Station. Let's go. Make my mic closer. There we go.
Okay, see that sign right there? Ehara was leaning on that before the incident.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, just like that. He was standing around searching for a victim. Ehara's the man in the cap and sunglasses.
That's him deciding who to attack. Damn, looking at it now, he is pretty suspicious.
So, Ehara was lingering at the platform a while, huh?
Yeah, he walked past the ticket gate at 7:43 a.m. This was confirmed by the security tapes as well as when he swiped his transit card.
Okay.
After that, he wandered the platform an entire hour ogling women.
Damn!
He spent that long choosing a target?
Yeah, sick, isn't it?
And the security camera that caught him would be... that one?
That's right.
Ikebukuro Station is pretty famous for its sheer amount of foot traffic. In a station like this, the cameras almost never have a blind spot.
Anyhow, at 9:06 a.m., Ehara finally honed in on his would-be victim. Then he boarded her train, which was departing for Shinjuku.
She's the one in the pink cardigan and white skirt?
Yeah, Yui Mamiya, an office worker and mother of a 6-year-old boy. The two of them show up on the train's interior cam as well. According to the victim's statement, Ehara began by rubbing her posterior with the back of his hand. But it didn't stop there. After that, he put his hand up her skirt.
Pretty sickening.
I'm assuming he targeted someone shy, thinking she wouldn't resist. Makes me angry just thinking about it. The victim stated she was too scared to call for help, meaning she endured this for 6 minutes until the train reached its stop in Shinjuku.
Can you send what you just showed me to my phone?
I need to watch it later.
Sure. Now let's head to Shinjuku Station. Then we can watch as the jerk gets busted. Even if we did defend him in court, an asshole's still an asshole.
True.
Looks like we're getting close to Shinjuku.
The train's pretty light right now, but it was packed during the crime, right?
Oh yeah, the car occupancy at that time of day can easily reach 180%.
And Ihara should have been standing roughly where I am.
Is there anything I can conclude from looking around?
What the? Suspicious.
There's Hoshino-kun, Gendelaw's brightest young attorney. He's on the case to help out Sayori-san. I thought I heard they were dating, but from what Genda-sensei told me, it hasn't really gone anywhere. Car is pretty empty now, but when Ihara committed his crime, it was at 108% full. 100% full means all the seats and straps are being used by a passenger.
Uh-huh.
Huh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Car's pretty empty. Okay, we saw that. Am I just blind?
What the?
Whoop. A security camera that records the train's interior. These were installed to deter train gropers, or at the very least, identify them. That's it? That's all I need? Okay.
Ihara and Mamiya-san both exited the train and got onto the platform here. But right before that, Mamiya-san suddenly grabbed Ihara's wrist and yanked his hand out from under her skirt. That's when she got a good look at her assailant.
So without a doubt, she saw it was him.
Yes, and there were also traces of her garments on his hand during evidence analysis. Anyway, after being grabbed, Ihara wrenched himself free and took off at a sprint. See, here he gets off the train and bolts across the platform. And Mamiya-san chases after him, asking people around her for help.
Ah, this is what they kept looping on TV.
Yeah. And honestly, with all this evidentiary footage, defending him in court was a lost cause.
He didn't care.
Was there any security footage that wasn't aired on TV?
Sure, take a look around you. There's more than just one camera pointed at us. They're practically everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
As for what I was saying earlier, Ihara was finally tackled right in front of those stairs. Oh, right. I have a diagram of the platform to show you.
Perfect. I love diagrams. Gimme, gimme. Wow.
So Ihara gets off the train here, and then gets apprehended here. How far apart is that?
Roughly 100 meters. Both he
Who's
and the victim
texting
were
me?
weaving their way through the crowd. The whole scene was very chaotic. Even after Ihara was caught, the train was stalled 20 minutes until the area was deemed safe.
Hey, you think we could get the positions of all these cameras and where they're pointing penciled in?
Good idea. Let's check each camera's position as we walk over to where Ihara was detained. That's where he got tackled, so if you could let me know whenever you see a camera. I can mock it up on our diagram here.
Suspicious.
Camera. I can't go that way, but I want it. Nope. You're not allowed through. Dude, she's pushing me. Oh. Come on, Grammy. Push me. That's right. Okay. Camera. Camera.
What the?
Camera. Wait, there's more.
Looks like we checked all the nearby cameras.
Oh, I have to do them
Let's go
like
up a
in
little
little
further now.
chunks? Oh, this is so dumb.
Hey,
I see one.
what the?
Found a camera.
Suspicious.
You guys want one too? There's gotta be more cameras, right? Out of the way! Detective coming through.
What the?
Let's go.
Uh-huh.
I missed one? Oh, there, that.
Suspicious.
Looks like we checked all the nearby cameras. Let's move on.
Okay.
What the?
Pardon me, detective here.
What the?
There's more? Wait, there's like TVs to show. Okay. Okay. Oop. Got that one. Got that one.
Hey,
That one. There we go.
Okay, looks like we got all the cameras.
How
Our
would we
diagram
know
is now
if we got
complete.
them all? What if there's one we missed? Diagram represents the station at the time of the groping. Hara got off the train around 9:12 a.m. on October 7th. Oh, that was 3 days ago. From the deboarding area, he ran in the direction of the arrow. He was then tackled by concerned citizens.
Now we'll pencil in the camera locations and what directions they're pointing.
So each of the orange areas represents a security camera's field of view.
what the?
There's a blind spot right here.
What the?
This arrow shows the path that Hara and the victim took as they ran. This is where he got tackled. Blah, 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 blah.
Suspicious.
This is where they started.
What the?
Yeah, there's a blind spot in the cameras.
So this was the general situation when Ahara committed his crime. What do you think, Yagami-san? Anything of note?
There's a gap.
Do you think Ahara and Mamiya-san were riding the train pretty frequently?
Oh yeah, Mamiya-san commuted by train. She was here every weekday. Same goes for Ahara, actually, but he was off that day. Supposedly, he was going to see his wife, even though they're separated.
Did he ever say why he wandered around the platform for an hour?
He said the thought of his wife had him flustered and he couldn't force himself to board the train.
Mm-hmm.
He always had an excuse ready for anything you asked him, including the harassment charges. He pled not guilty, but the evidence said otherwise. There wasn't a single argument we could make in court to establish reasonable doubt.
Safe to say he did it. But on the same day, he knew his son's bully would be murdered in Ijincho. Pretty clear it wasn't a spontaneous need to grab some ass.
I don't know. Listen, he was
I
feeling
agree.
excited.
It's almost like all the commotion around the harassment might have been planned out.
What? No.
Maybe everything was, even down to getting captured.
Yeah. He really played everyone by turning harassment into an alibi for murder. No matter how much evidence points to him as a killer, he can deny it with complete immunity.
This is getting crazier by the minute.
At the very least, he had something to do with it. Some connection. But I can't imagine he'll talk.
No way.
Whatever his plan is, it's pretty clear Ihara is committed.
To what? Getting revenge for his son?
I think so.
Who do you think his accomplices could be? Ihara's a veteran cop. Think maybe he knows how to hire an actual assassin? If so, he could have just paid for his revenge, right?
Sure. But assassins cost an arm and a leg. He wasn't rich before all this, was he?
No. He barely scraped up enough to cover his lawsuit against the school.
Thought so.
I've gone to the scenes of both the murder and the train groping. They should be all the places I need to see. Or is it?
Hey, it's Shiosaki.
What's up, Sari-san?
I'm scheduling an interview with Ahara tomorrow at the Tokyo Detention Center. We'll take a taxi from Genda's if that all works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. But I need to head back to Ijincho for now.
Something you forgot to do?
Yeah. It involves Ahara's motive, which would be without a doubt his son's suicide. So I want to confirm if Mikoshiba really bullied the kid. And the best person to ask happens to be down in Ijincho.
All right, then I'll let you get to it.
Cool. Then I'll see you tomorrow.
So there's gonna be like some vigilante revenge group or something like that. Like, well, the law is not doing anything to stop the bullying, so we'll just do it ourselves. The gang's taking control. Mikoshiba, Ihara. Yeah, I think I see everything. I think I saw everything that was... Yeah, I think I saw everything there was to see at each of their crime scenes. Now all that's left is to get Sawa-sensei to talk. He will be learning what happened with Tahara's son 4 years ago. Alright, let's go, Sawa. Time to skate. I wonder if the new Yakuza game is gonna have skateboarding. Whoa! Get fucked, car! I wanna know how to grind for longer than a split second. Right? Nope. See you later, losers. No. No! I was skateboarding away! I can't believe you've done this to me. I'm running away in fear too. What? Does it have to be the door with the mat in front of it? Are you kidding? That's ridiculous. Now, here's the question. Does he put on slippers? Nope. Look at this guy. Not putting on fucking, like, school shoes or whatever. Can't believe him. I think it's second floor? Going. Hey, I'm back. Let's go. Spill your guts.
Got a minute?
No.
No, not for you. I really have nothing more to say.
What if I told you it's looking more and more likely Ihara-san had a hand in Mikoshiba's death?
Well, it doesn't concern me.
Ihara-san believes Mikoshiba tormented Toshiro-kun so badly that he took his own life. But neither the third-party investigation nor the courts were on his side. So what's the truth here? You know, don't you? What really happened between Mikoshiba and Toshiro-kun? Why won't you tell me the truth?
Why do you keep asking? I said I don't know!
I'm going to the detention center tomorrow to get some answers out of Ihara-san.
What?
I saw where Mikoshiba was murdered. He endured no shortage of cruelty before he died. They tortured him, you know. They broke all his fingers before they slit his throat.
No.
I know I'm putting her through a lot right now, but she's connected to this too. She's got information I need to know before I go to see Ihara.
And somehow Ihara-san knew Mikoshiba would be killed on the day he got caught for groping. It's like he did it to prove he had nothing to do with the murder. But maybe that wasn't his real objective at all.
Huh?
I think he wanted to signal that he'd finally avenged his son.
The body belongs to a guy named Hiro Mikoshiba. 4 years ago, this man took my son from me by driving him to commit suicide.
If I'm gonna face him tomorrow, I can't go in without some ammunition. So, 4 years ago, did Mikoshiba bully Toshiro-kun or not? That's all I want to know.
My answer won't change. There's no evidence Mikoshiba-kun did anything wrong.
Are you sure about that? Take a look at this.
That's...
Toshiro Ihara, your student. Imagine that he's listening to what you're saying now. If you can look at him and say Mikoshiba played no part in his death, I'll leave you alone. In fact, you'll never hear a word from me again. So which is it?
Tell me the truth, or the photo will haunt you forever.
4 years ago. Not long after I'd transferred here to teach English. That's when it started. I was trying my best to get acclimated, and I was finally on a first-name basis with everyone. One day, after school, I was out on the roof taking a break, when Toshiro-kun suddenly ran by. I called out to him to ask what was wrong, but he shushed me and kept running. I saw he had a bloody nose. Moments later, Mikoshiba-kun showed up. He was looking for him. I told him I hadn't seen him. Toshiro-kun's face told me everything I needed to know.
So Mikoshiba was bullying him after all.
Yes. Toshiro-kun told me this later on.
And you did
Whenever
nothing.
he'd leave school with Mikoshiba-kun and his friends, they'd force him to hand over money. At first, they'd try to pass it off as a joke. They said since he lowered the class average on tests, he ought to buy them all drinks as an apology. And Mikoshiba-kun, he was having too much fun with it to stop. He started offering tutoring sessions to Toshiro-kun. Only so he and his crew could extract their tuition from him. They'd even break into his house while his mother was at work and take the money she left him for dinner. And if he couldn't pay, they'd beat him up at school or make him grovel in the bathroom.
Yeah, and you're the one defending
Didn't
this
anybody
dude by
see
not
what
saying
was really
this.
happening?
The teachers either saw nothing or turned a blind eye. Few students knew about it, though. Anyway, I ended up relaying everything Toshiro-kun had told me to those boys' homeroom teacher. Mind you, this teacher had tenure, title, and years of experience under his belt. Do you know what he told me?
Sucks.
He said not to cause a commotion because those boys were about to graduate.
Why does that not surprise me?
To be honest, it was hard to paint such an outwardly model student in a negative light. There was also no hard evidence to support Toshiro-kun's story. But someone still should have stepped in to help. If only I'd understood that at the time.
You tried.
The only thing I tried was to keep an eye out for him, making sure he wasn't alone, things like that. But unfortunately, that wasn't good enough. On the first morning of the 3rd trimester, Toshiro-kun tied a towel to his doorknob and hung himself in his room.
And that's when you confronted Mikoshiba, right? You asked him point blank if he'd bullied him.
I did.
4 years ago, Sawa-sensei stood up to Mikoshiba for his terrible behavior. Then, why has she kept that to herself for so long?
Mikoshiba-kun pretended to know nothing. He was more careful, shaken even, from then on. In all honesty, when I heard a third-party committee was investigating, I was hoping the truth would come out. Students were asked to fill out an anonymous questionnaire, and many of them wrote down exactly what they saw.
And
Hold on.
then nothing was done.
Didn't the court end up declaring there was no substantial evidence of bullying? How could they have said that with those questionnaires on hand?
First of all, the committee never interviewed anyone directly. Those questionnaires were the only proof of anything. And the teacher of those boys was the one who collected them. Each time he came across any mention of bullying, he'd toss that questionnaire out.
So it's
Also, he
corruption.
wouldn't get blamed in the end for ignoring the warning signs.
So then the committee was pointless.
A few students did speak up about the bullying online, but their posts weren't much to go on. Toshiro-kun's parents were completely caught off guard. His mother worked through the day, and his father lived all the way in Tokyo. That made it that much easier for the teacher to cover up all the evidence of bullying. He made that statement without even consulting the principal or the chairman. So, right before Mikoshiba-kun graduated, the committee presented their findings. That there was no evidence of bullying. The conclusion you've heard over and over.
What the hell?
In Japan, 300 children commit suicide every year, across all grades. Less than 3% are proven to be linked to bullying. Toshiro-kun's case ended up like that too. But Ehara-san wasn't satisfied with those findings. So he sued Seiryo High, demanding compensation for Toshiro-kun's death. As the trial dragged on, I was eventually called to the witness stand. Of course, my intention was to let everything I knew out into the open. But
What?
before that could happen, that damn teacher came with the school's attorney to see how I would testify.
They didn't want you making them look bad, huh?
Of course not. That's when I first learned what he did with those incriminating questionnaires. They had no choice but to reveal everything to me, to try and sway me to their side. I guess they were just that desperate. After all, I was the only adult who Toshiro-kun confided in. I don't think he'd spoken to his parents about it once. So yes, that's why there was never any objective evidence of bullying. It wasn't like I had a mind to record our conversations. And I hadn't personally witnessed it either.
Probably the only people who
The
had
school
witnessed
attorney
it
saw
didn't say
fit to
anything.
remind me that the law says innocent until proven guilty. And if I couldn't produce tangible evidence, then I shouldn't be accusing Mikoshiba-kun.
So it was witness tampering. That is, they coerced you into false testimony?
Yes.
Must have been incredibly hard on you.
What I should have done was told the truth regardless. But what else could I have really done for him? Some days I just don't know. As much as I've tried to convince myself I did everything I could for him, I can never fully believe it.
So what happened to the teacher who covered all this up?
He transferred to another school. God, to think he's still standing at a podium somewhere.
That's unfortunate.
Even so, I don't have the right to place the blame solely on him.
Wait, where in the story did Ehara definitely find out that Mikoshiba was a bully? It wasn't clear at the trial whether he could really bring himself to kill a person.
Maybe, but in that case, Mikoshiba's bullying of Toshiro, or those questionnaires getting discarded. Have you ever told anyone else?
No. I've been silent. Yagami-san. You know what? Back when I was a student in high school, I witnessed bullying firsthand. There was this kid. My classmates pushed him too far. And one day he just jumped off the roof.
Off the roof?
By some miracle, he survived the fall. And he's been in a coma for the last 13 years. Nobody knows if he'll ever wake up. His name is Mitsuru, and he may never open his eyes to the world again. His mom watches him, but she works full-time. She's a higher-up in the government.
I'm sorry to hear it.
The worst part is that his teacher knew. He even talked to the bullies about it. But all he said was, don't overdo it. But afterward, the public eviscerated him. He had to quit his teaching job. And yet, for poor Toshiro-kun, nobody was held responsible at all. And that includes me.
But if anyone was going to take responsibility for that, Mikoshiba should have been first in line. I'm sure Ehara-san must have thought the same thing.
You know what I wanted to be as a kid? I was so innocent, I wanted to be a teacher. And after Mitsuru-kun's tragedy, I felt practically obligated. And still, I just let history repeat itself.
You done crying now? I think I have a clearer picture about what happened 4 years ago, and I'm ready to interview Ihara. I should go back to Yokohama 99 and get some rest. Thank you for walking in the way, Zoe. I appreciate it. Wait. Nope. Alright, Zoe, come here. Oh, big girl. Big girl. Here we go. Grab the screw. So many screws. Let me out. Man, I really wish I could live in a place that was like good public transportation and stuff. It would be so nice. But here I am, back. I'm growing older all the time. I'm getting younger in my mind. Yeah. Fuck, I fucked up the words. Shit. Why putting them on spots where I'm like dismounting the skateboard? Hell yeah! Let's go! Meow! Alright. Oh, what now? Woof. What's up with this dog? Hey, what's wrong? You lose your owner?
Huh?
Well, Yagami Shi, it appears you finally met the infamous detective dog of Ijincha. Sorry, the what? Word's been getting around town of an odd dog who apparently wanders the streets looking for cases to solve. Whenever he catches the scent of a mystery or crisis, he calls out to nearby people, alerting them of a nearby incident. He actually stops by here rather often. It's almost as if he knows this is a detective agency. Seriously? This dog does that? Oh yes, for the past few months now. He seems to take his self-appointed position quite seriously. Kinda sounds like Amasawa.
Either way,
Why is he wandering around town, though? He's got a collar, isn't it? So he's obviously not a stray.
Sure.
Ah, therein lies the mystery of the dog. He's very well trained, and the most perfect specimen of health. No one's seen him rooting around in garbage or anything. Though, based on this information, it's clear that he has someone taking care of him.
I see.
Ah, the mystery-chasing dog's a bit of a mystery himself, huh? Something wrong, boy?
Wait.
Oh, he's picked up the scent of a mystery. I believe he wants you to follow him, Yagami Shi. Right. Am I supposed to hold the leash? He just has a proper leash manners, is all. I guess if he really is that smart, I could see why he's walking around freely.
What?
What is it? You want me to take you for a walk? Yagami Shi, I believe he's requesting you to partner up with him. Aren't you willing to accept the case? I already have my hands full with the MRC. Now I have to take care of this detective dog, too? What is going on? Okay, I'll take the case. Where's the trouble, boy?
Who's a good boy?
Okay, lead the way. How's it going, Weiss? You're not just taking me to get you food, are you? Hey. I guess I'm not taking point on this case.
Doing great.
Oh, he just keeps up with me. Lady, move, I have a dog.
Got something?
Whoop. Oh, your like, plumbing work? Oh, you get like someone's
way,
coming
huh?
in to change a sink or something like that, or is something broken? Come on, dog, leave me alone. Oh, lady, sorry, the leash.
Doing great.
Oh, I wonder. Dang it. Everything's okay? Alright, that's good. Because I know some people will be like, oh, it's just minor plumbing work, and then like their sink has exploded or something. Is this where you're taking me, huh, boy? This is an issue. You don't know how to get in touch with her. Nope. She just said to wait here, that she'd be back soon. That she'd be back for me soon. Oh dear, this is not good.
Excuse me.
His fucking arm is just out at a 45-degree angle. Oh, and you are? Takayuki Yagami, a detective from Kamurocho. Woof. Oh, what a cute doggy. Is something the matter here? Well, he's been waiting in front of the facility for a while now because his mom told him to wait here. Facility? Yes. Our orphanage's main facility is upstairs.
I see.
And you said he was left here. And then mother doesn't seem to be returning. Okay. Yes, and he actually had this envelope with him when I first came to ask if anything was wrong. Some kind of letter? Apparently a letter. It says, please take care of Shusuke-chan. Ah, I see. He loves banana ice cream. He means the world to me. At the very least, I was hoping to learn why he's, here. Being dropped off without any hint of knowing the truth, that's no way to treat a person. Hey, Shusuke-kun, right? How long's your mom been gone? Like, an hour? If that's true, there's a slight chance she could still be nearby. Yagami-san, was it? You're a detective, aren't you? Could you possibly find his mother? I really would like to, but... Say, did your mom mention anything at all about where she might be going? I don't know. Okay, how about her name? What's her name? Mikan. Not much I can do with just that, though. Woof! What is it? You interested in the letter, boy? Oh, you think you can track her by the scent of the envelope. Well, if the dog's much of a detective as Tsukumo made him sound like he is, I suppose I should let him take a crack at it. Alright, track this scent for me, will ya?
This way, huh?
Time to go yell at a mom. Let's go.
Got something? Doing great.
Oh, she's
Got something?
in the car right next to us. Is she just in the car right here or something?
This way, huh? Doing great.
Come on, Minka-chan. Time to get it. Shusuke-kun, was it? You gotta make dough for his sake, right? And? You promise you'll send him his share? Of course we will, Mikan-chan. Once you pay back what you owe, that is. And no funny business on your end, either. Is that her, boy? Huh? What's your problem? Go sniff out a bone somewhere else. Shoo!
Excuse me.
You're, Shusuke's mom, right? She was around the corner. Mikan Shibuya. How do you know that? I came looking for you after this doll lemon to your son. Didn't expect to run into this guy, too, but now I see what's going on. A dog that you... My guess is you owed someone enough money that this scumbag's trying to drag you off to work some unsavory job for the rest of your life? A brothel or something? What? I mean, happens all the time in Kamurocho where I work. What? The fuck is your deal, asshole? If you're gonna get in the way of the company business, don't be surprised when you end up dead.
Hey.
I already heard you say she owes you. How much does she owe you, by the way? Or by now? What interest are you charging? She borrowed 500 grand with interest. That's 9 mil. You planning on covering it or something?
No way.
Okay, let's see. That's an exorbitant rate. I knew it was looking at a loan shark from the first moment. I think I'll be leaving with Mikan-san now. Do I need to knock you out first or no? Fuck you, man. We got her first. Know what? I'm gonna ice you and your mutt. I mean, okay, sure, fucking whatever. I want the Angie mode. Let's go. Fuck you. Let's do, and we'll get one kill with all of them and see what happens. Oof! Yo, I got 125 points for getting a kill with all 3. Holy shit! Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, it's 125 points just for killing a person with all 3. Defeat all enemies with an EX surrender skill. With an EX action. Defeat an enemy within 3 seconds of defeating another enemy. Defeat an enemy by hitting them into oncoming traffic. That seems a little bit, like, easier. But, like, just killing one person with each of them is, like, that many points? Alright. Do you want to talk about how treating people as property is illegal? What? I'm a fully licensed lawyer, and I'd be happy to take your case pro bono. Why don't we sit down for a little chat? Ah, shit, screw this. So, is that it? How'd it get so bad, Mikon-san? Huh? Shusuke-kun's still waiting for you at that orphanage. He thought you were only gonna come back for him. They said if I didn't go with that man, they'd sell Shusuke off to someone. So that's why.
In other words,
Made you panic enough to agree to do what they said? Yes, I feel so terrible.
way.
That's the sort of thing loan sharks will do. They figure out how to pressure you enough that you break. Next thing you know, they own you outright.
Excuse me.
I know a good lawyer in Kamurocho who'd be happy to help you. Should I reach out to her for you? Please, yes. Isn't this like the time frame where the Yakuza are just kind of gone, right? All the Yakuza are gone except for the, like, dregs that just were like, nah, fuck this, I don't want to go legit. Mom, you're back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Who's a good boy?
Oh, good boy. But you gonna do? I fucking missed what it said. Shit. Don't you have a home? Where's your home? Rough. Ah, jeez, boy. I wish you could tell me. Yagami-san, I have a huge favor to ask. I'll pay you if you have to. Please find Ranpo for me. Ranpo, the mystery author? Oh, sorry. Ranpo's the name of our dog. He's a big mystery lover, too. Even gets away from the house to go solve them sometimes. So let me send you a picture. It's him! I should have known. So, you're Amasawa's dog, huh?
Seriously?
Just had to break away from the family and make a name for yourself, huh? Can't say I'm surprised, though. They say pets and their owners grow more and more alike over the years, but this is... Whatever. I should get in touch with Amasawa. I already have your fucking dog. Sorry, so sorry to deal with Ranpo. Hey, Ranpo, you listen. No wandering off on your own. How many times have I told you? Meh. Oh, you'll never behave, will you? Aw, he seems like a good boy to me, aren't you? Yagami-san, well, he does seem rather fond of you. Ranpo's usually more wary of strangers.
It can't be.
Maybe he sees you as more of a professional partner, Yagami-san.
Huh?
Really? You think so?
Yes.
Yes, indeed I do. In fact, I've been raising him as a proper investigatory partner ever since he was a puppy. Huh? What do you mean by that? Well, when I was little, I read a book about a detective girl whose dog helped her crack a case. The moment I finished that book, I started training Ranpo to help me solve mysteries. See, you're why he's always sniffing out trouble.
Yes.
Yeah, and it seems he's gotten quite hooked on it. Whenever he smells an incident brewing, he's off and running. We try to keep him inside the house, but he's just too good at slipping out.
Does that mean?
Is that okay? Like, with the animal shelters and police? No, it's very much not. Ranpo's been caught several times by both groups, and I have to be the one who picks him up and apologize every time. He's becoming quite a familiar face in the shelters, unfortunately. But he doesn't bite, and everyone even tries to help people out, so they're a lot more lenient with him than they're supposed to be. You two really are alike, huh? What? You think so?
Hey.
Yeah, you know, you really did train him well. Think he'll be willing to help me again if we ran across each other in town? Well, I suppose so. You could always try calling for him at least. If he's around and feels like helping, you may get lucky. You're living your best life, aren't you, boy? Okay, and there he goes. Goodbye. Ah, Ranpo, no!
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Yagami-san, I have to go. Can I use him as a sled dog when I'm skateboarding? Good luck with the case. Maybe I should try calling for Renpa the other next time I need a nose for an investigation. Although there's no guarantee he'll come running. Just like mush and then skateboarding through the streets as he pulls me. Not so much a gadget as a living being with a mind and feelings. It's important to remind yourself of these things. You can use like smell, follow odorous evidence, and then gadgets. I have a detective dog. Bork, bork. Fuck. Oh well, no skateboard coin. Growing older all the time. Alright, back in the business.
What is going on? Having a party?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back. Care for a drink, Yagami-san?
Heads up. Now make yourself at home. Not that you haven't already.
Who, me? Well, whatever do you mean?
Kuwana's fine. He just swung by to have a chat with you, man. Not that I mind hanging out over beers and shogi.
Kaito's a gentleman and a scholar. I like your style.
What do you want with me?
Check it out, Yagami-san. You're only here to get to the bottom of that Hiro Mikoshiba kid's murder, right? That's gotta be the reason the Yokohama Leomang attacked you, isn't it? All I'm saying is that you've gotta cut me in, man.
Thanks, but I've got enough help.
So some hotshot detective strolls into town and tries to leave the local guy out in the cold? No offense, but that's not gonna fly.
You gonna play your turn? Just finish your game and go home already.
When you benefit from someone who knows the scene? You know, I can get you anywhere in Ijincho above or below ground.
Aren't you expensive?
At least take your
I'll
shoes
give
off
you a
before being on the
first-time
couch like
customer
that.
price.
For real,
I'm
like
not about to sit here and let
I
some
would
outsider
flip
swoop
if
in
someone
and
just
take all
laid
the
down
credit
on my
alone.
couch and put their
In that
dirty ass
case, I guess
shoes
I'm
on
gonna
it.
chill here until you give me the nod.
Only person allowed to do that is Zoe.
Tsukumo and Sugiura's place as far as I'm concerned. Not even my call to make.
I welcome having more company. The more the merrier. That'll be the agency motto.
It doesn't seem like a good motto.
Such a nice office. I'm gonna love it here.
Yagamishi, guess what? The internet picked up on the Ihara link to Mikoshiba.
Oh?
The trending sentiment is that he killed him in an act of vengeance for his son.
They've already figured that part out?
But I
Check
just
yourself.
got there. What am I
Here,
even
check it
bothering
out.
doing this for? Let's just like hang out until the internet does my job for me. Right? Just like chill until the internet tells me who did it.
Son of a bitch student teacher should burn in hell for bullying a kid all the way to suicide. Mikoshiba was a damn psychopath. Ehara is the vigilante groper. And that's not even the trolls.
So the news is blowing up on the net, huh?
In internet terms, this is only the first spark that could ignite into a fire. Not even what I'd call
That's
viral.
not internet
Then
terms.
who's lighting
What?
the spark?
None of those
People
were in like a
responsible
weird
for
internet
Mikoshiba's
term.
murder.
What?
I'll have to go down a few
In
more
internet
rabbit holes
terms,
before I can make
this
that
isn't
call,
even
I'm
the
afraid.
beginning.
Gotcha.
That said, some posts are kinda suspicious. This one here, for instance. Ehara totally called the location of the body at his trial. The fact that he did that never really even went public, as far as I can tell.
It was kept off the record?
When Ehara got arrested, the cop-turned-groper story and his sexual battery charges were huge news. It was all the media could talk about. But by the time his trial rolled around, the news had already moved on. His guilty verdict barely made a blip.
Fellas, I told you I wanted to be kept in the loop on this stuff.
Shut
You
up.
saying Mikoshiba had more than one killer? And where are they now? You think these lunatics are still hanging around Ijincho?
It's been over 2 months already, man. If they were here, they're probably long gone by now. Another peaceful day in Ijincho, right? Check outside.
It's the
Oh,
Leomang.
Bleach Japan.
White
Then
mask again.
Let's go, Chuck!
I'll catch you later.
Not bad.
time for a chase sequence.
You're not getting away this time! get away.
Hey, buddy. Fuck! I fucked up. I thought it would be B. It was not B. Whoop. Whoop. Come on, try it again.
You won't get away. All you got.
Fuck you, dude. Do a flip over you. Bonk.
Hold up.
I want to just like tackle him. I just want to like get faster than. Why am I always like the same speed or slower? Stop forcing me into crowds. Hey, I'm here to do a flip over you again.
Hold up.
Fuck you. Ow.
Too slow. You won't.
He's standing still. I didn't have to tackle him. Like, kick him in the butt. Oh shit! Been over a year, huh? Nice we did watch Infinite Wealth trailers here.
Oh, great.
We watched the gameplay trailer. We have not watched the story because I was told it's a massive spoiler. But I have watched the gameplay. We watched it one of the days I did Honkai. So, lots of stuff. I was basically going, you know what would be really good to have blank? And then they added them all. It's like they're watching my stream to add in their content, you know?
Don't worry, man. I'm not planning on killing you tonight.
Okay, but why else would you take off the mask?
Because from this point forward, Ijincho is closed. You won't be coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Tesso. For what it's worth, I'm an officer candidate of the Yokohama Leomon. I hear you took out some of my masked boys the other day.
Oh, you mean those guys who thought they could sneak up on me in the afternoon?
Maybe if you hadn't resisted at the time, you'd be in a lot less pain than you're about to be in the near future.
What?
Who's paying you to try to take me down?
What kind of fucking logic is that?
This is a job that came down from
Oh
the
man,
top
if you'd
of
have let
the
them
org.
beat you up, you wouldn't be
I
getting
don't know who
beaten
hired
up
us,
right
and
now.
To be honest, I don't give a shit either. But ripping up a kick-ass detective like you sure sounds like a good time. None of you guys make a move. I want to see
Also,
if the rumors are true. So I
you
get
need to
first
have like
taste.
insane finger strength to use something like that, right? Or they need to be sharp as
Show me what you
fuck.
got.
Because let's say you do a slashing move like Wolverine, right? And you actually get into it, right? You either need to completely cleanly cut through, or those blades are gonna catch and start pulling back on your hand and crack your fingers backwards, right? Like, good luck. Okay. Okay. Nope. You fucking dumbass. Just grant me all these weapons. Like, when will they learn? What? Oh, it was left to right? Hold on, it was left to right. I've not seen that before, but okay. I need to get more medicine. Whoops! Woo, woo, woo! Fuck you! Okay, buddy. Watch this. Fuck you! Where's the next chair? Here's another chair. Fuck you! Okay, next chair. Mother, thank you for the weapon, I guess. Fuck you. Okay. Hold on. Home. Fuck you. And we're done. That was easy. See? Simple. I wish I could have gotten to kick him into oncoming traffic, but I mean, you know, wasn't really an opportunity. Yep, that's how I did it.
Shit, Tusso! Look out below!
Running a little late tonight, aren't we, Kaito-san?
Yeah, my bad. Had to punch my way through a few guys.
Hey, you gotta run for it. If you stick around, it's not gonna matter how many lives you've got.
Yeah, but if I run now, who's gonna pay for Tsukumo's window then?
Huh? For fuck's sake, I'll just pay for it. Now get out of there.
You got a deal.
What? Okay. Alright. Come on, Kong. Bonk. Okay, and then Snake. And we kill someone with heat move. Boom. Come on, buddy. Come on, just die. Just die. Alright. Simple.
Talk! Path's all clear.
I'm on my way!
I don't know, I just take my cone and we walk up the stairs with the cone. Goodbye, dummies. Thank you for just watching me. Wink. Hey guys, I got a cone. Oh. Boop. The 3-second thing seems like it's too much to like worry about setting up, you know what I mean? It's basically saying get 2 people really low and then kill them both at the same time. Like this, like, oh man, they're really low, so 1, 2, 3. But does that count? Because I hit the button for EX move, it doesn't look like it. I'm not spinning the camera, it's doing it for me. Okay. You're just gonna walk away? Okay, fuck this. I really don't have a lot of HP right now. The game does not want to give me much. Nope. And I'm dead. Like, the game refuses to give me... Like, he just ignores... Great, and I've started from the beginning of the fight. Like, this is having the same problem before of going like, okay, it's time for combat. The enemies do not care about stun locking, so you need to like what? Oops. Just kind of chill. But you don't want to just chill. I want to be reactive with my stuff, right? And keep hitting the punch button. Okay. Wait, you were alive. Get a red finish. Just get a red finish. Okay. Hey, buddy. Ow, ow, ow. I wanted to hit you with the nunchucks, but fuck that, I guess. Skip. Still have the nunchucks. Wait. Can I drop the nunchucks? Give me the nunchucks. I stop doing fucking spin kicks off of the wall. Wop, pop, boom, in the nuts or in the stomach, I guess. Come on. Tokian. Just like I'm stuck here, and he's just gonna keep hitting me. I would bet that guarding against that move does nothing. Right? I'm still bleeding out? What the fuck? Yeah, blocking against the machete doesn't do anything, and I can't evade it properly. I just can't evade! I'm mashing the evade button and I'm dead! You can't block him, you can't is it just... Yeah, fuck it, give me easy mode. This is so fucking dumb. I've reached the point of being frustrated at this stupid fucking combat again. Like, if you're going to give me a game combat system where I need to have to block, or, like, I can't stagger people, you know what I mean? Like, if I can't stagger someone by hitting them enough, or they can break out of it, then the block needs to block. Right? And I understand the whole thing of, oh, well, he has an edge weapon. Well, give me an option to deal with that. Evade isn't cutting it. Evade is not working. Do I have to use, what is it, green mode, I guess, against this dude? What's the fucking... And I'm... Why are you punching at me? So dumb. There. Fuck off. And he just punches me down. Like, maybe I'm just bad at the game. But, you know, hold on. I want to see. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to kill this guy and then stay over here. Right? Okay. Like, let's see. That's, okay, I'm going to hit X and immediately block. X block. That is how long it takes for me to get into a blocking stance, right? And you're telling me they can ignore the the interrupt from this punch or this kick, and just go, yeah, I'm gonna ignore it and hit you, and I have to wait 4 seconds or something like to block, like. The whole point of this entire mode is supposed to be like you can, you know, block at the right timing. First of all, I don't have any sort of, like... Let's see. Come on. Didn't work. The super block didn't work. This whole thing of, oh, you block at the right time and it, you know, does a thing. Let's go, let's try it. Nope. Now I gotta be careful, because what do I have for food? I don't know, this? You know, the school food? Hell. I hate it. I hate it so goddamn much. It doesn't feel right. Like, basically the animation cancel for a punch into a block does not exist. And because they don't always get interrupted by your punches, it can mean you're just punching and then suddenly they go, I don't feel like getting stunned, and then they'll just hit you for free.
You want something?
And in this game, that's a quarter of your health or more.
Just want to say, I'm impressed. I wasn't expecting you to take out all these guys, to be honest.
Thanks. But if you're feeling generous, how about you tell me who hired you?
Didn't I say this before? I got no interest in doing that.
Can you do me a favor and turn down the job next time, maybe?
Yeah, right. If the request comes through again, I'm taking it. Simplest solution for you is to get the hell out of town. Me and my big mouth. Just go already.
Hey, not bad, man. A lot of young folks look up to Tesso. So gaining his respect is gonna have some perks.
All I want to know is if the view
I think I'm just grumpy because I'm bad at the game. I don't know.
Wouldn't go that far. Tesso's not the only young hothead among them. But hey,
it was
at
a
least they
problem
probably
in
won't
Curious
blindside
games,
you
but it
anymore,
feels like it's
and
even
that's
more
a
so
victory in
like
itself.
these, right?
Guess that is
And
a step forward.
It's just this feeling of they
Anyway,
don't
we should
want
go check up on 99. Something
they
tells
don't
me
want
they're
you to
not
go
clear
out
just yet.
full on just constantly attacking. They want you to play this game of like attacking when there's an opening. But like I can't do it because I'm not in combat, right? The act of trying to blocking does not always work. Evading does not always work. And even in those things of like going, oh well, you know, you have this move that is, if you time it right, the perfect deflection, still does not work. Like, because it just does not register. And there should be a way, like, you have to make up your mind of, do you want me to be playing this, like, passively and just, you know, waiting for the opening? You have to make the tools for the waiting part work. I need to be able to know if I block, it's going to block. At least block and not stagger me, right? It's fine to take chip, but I need to not then be staggered after one hit. If I have to evade, I need that evade to dodge attacks. Like, you think about how like Dark Souls games and Elden Ring and stuff like that will work, where you're evading and you're getting full iframes as you move. That doesn't feel like it's the case. I feel like evading this game is a slight, like, oh, there we go, I evaded, and they're just gonna go, no, fuck that. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and maybe, oh, you don't have enough skill points, but like, what am I supposed to do? I maxed out my health of like the main one. Do I need to max out all of these health too, like this health too? Is there anything for grip gauge? Who cares? Attack, like I can boost my damage, but that's not gonna help me survive. I don't care about this. Increases the damage of EX actions during EX boost. I should get this. Honestly. I mean, these kinds of skills, it's a matter of how much of a like benefit of this. It's 50% each. And then where is the middle ground of going, yeah, this is, you're spending more points than you would earn, right? So... I'm frustrated at this kind of stuff, right? And remember before we were playing Yakuza, everyone was like, oh, you're gonna keep cheesing it. It's like, yeah, because like the act of playing the game they want you to play doesn't feel good in some of these fights. And like that was just a simple little mini boss where all he had was a machete or whatever, right? But then he swings it. I can't block, I can't evade, half my health is gone. The fuck do you want me to do? Charge attacks will nullify the enemy's defenses. Hold down X after a Y attack to nullify defenses. I mean, this is what I should be getting, right? I don't need more damage. Not yet. I need to get the actual stuff that I would need. Let's see. Attack enemies will get... No. No. This one, maybe. No, so here's an issue exactly with this, right? I bet that this doesn't work all the time, right? Because what happens most of the time when my quote-unquote block is broken is I am ragdolling on the ground. And that's not my block breaking, that is me going limp. This might be what I need. We'll grab this. Question is, does this work on bosses? I don't know. Right? In theory, this would be what I would want to use. It's not I'm holding block. It's the moment they try to attack, I'm blocking. But then again, half the attacks are just going through. So how does this work? I don't need the ability to evade twice in a row. I need a longer evasion. Like a farther distance. Okay. It's like a crane. Jump in any direction to use Skydancer. I don't... Bullets don't hit you while you're in the air. I've never seen anyone throw a projectile at me, I don't think. I don't need this. Oops. No. No. What is the difference between these two? Oh, knocked back. So that's a knockdown. Okay. Now this, that is good. That is, you use EX boost and they can't knock you down. Cool. Don't care, don't care. No, that's hitting away, like, weapons on the ground. They want a tug of war, but it's more like a teeter-totter. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I understand what they want, but the tools are not given to me to do what they want. Like, it's like basically going, please, you know, please build me this massive woodworking contraption, and then going, here's your, like, screwdriver, please finish it up. And you're like, I mean, technically, I could, but this is not the right tool for this project you want me to do. Temporary immunity to knockdown as a successful parry with left or right when an enemy melee attacks. What's the point? You've already parried them. Why are you getting... Who cares? Chance to stun. Here's another thing. They gave you the ability to grab, and then any enemy you would want to grab will just go, nah, you can't grab me. You're not allowed. They'll push you away. Additional strikes, 2 parries during EX boost. First chokehold. Serpent's hold. And a bunch of EX moves, and then special. Okay. Listen to a record. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Let's just grab this. Don't care. Don't care. And then, yeah. Okay. We're just gonna go get this then. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just going crazy, right? Because there's so much about the game that I do enjoy, but like, the combat system being as clunky as it is sometimes really feels bad. Like, I think the perfect pinnacle of what they want would be the Snake style of you parry it at the correct point and you properly evade. Oh boy.
Sugiura!
Yagamishi! Oh, thank God you're back.
Tsukumo, what happened?
He's knocked out cold. Damn it.
Masked men attacked us. I couldn't fight them.
Masked men, you say? Were they any different from what the Liumang wear?
I couldn't get a good look. Sugiurashi, they stuck up on him with a bat and came after me next. They caught me. My pinky.
They broke it? Hey, are you okay?
I'll call an ambulance.
There are these photos and a message I was told to give to you, Yagamishi. They said to tell you, this is your final warning.
They've been spying on me?
It hurts.
Shit. If they want me, then come after me.
Doc, I think the Leomon were part of the plan, as bait. They probably only came to lure us away from the
I was
office.
saying, like
The
they
worst part is it fucking
they
worked.
definitely want, I think, the green style, the snake style, to be the ideal of what you would want. Of this, you can block and you can evade, but you have this ability to, if you time it properly, basically reverse counter it. But the timing of that is so small, and then it still has
This
the issue
camera
of
ought
a
to show
proper
everyone
block and
coming
evade
in and
are
out of the
worthless.
building.
And it
Look,
felt like
there's
sometimes
me and
enemies just
Kaito
don't
chasing
care
down
about
the
this
Leomon.
countering thing. How soon after did they come in?
But here's the hitch.
They are different.
There were 7 of them, and they didn't have those trademark white masks. So clearly, they're not Leomon.
They must have got the white masks to lure us out, meaning they're the ones calling the shots here. Wouldn't surprise me if they were also Ihara's accomplices to murder.
That'd be something.
Though, it's hard to believe a single murder could involve so many people.
Really? Why do you say that?
More friends, more loose lips. One slip of the tongue can bring down an entire group. Taking a man's life would require absolute solidarity from every single member. What could be their connection?
Could be they're Ihara's buddies in blue. After hearing what happened to his kid, they couldn't help but feel for the guy.
If it were me, yeah, I'd sympathize. But not enough to watch a man die. Or do the deed myself.
Yeah, who'd throw their life away for that? Unless we're talking about the mob over here.
That e-cig's that good, huh?
Considering the area's volatility, the Leomon are the best bet in the house. But if it's not them... Well, there is the Seiryu clan, but they have some decorum compared to these guys. And then the Komijul, the Koreans, they would never get caught on camera. They're shy like that. Go figure.
Impressive list you've got up there, Mr. Handyman. Too bad they're all dead ends.
Hey, if there's a crime in Kamurocho, would you know who did it off the top of your head?
No.
These guys behind Mikushiba, huh? Oh, so these guys killed Mikushiba, huh? What sort of face is behind those masks?
This footage is the lead we've been waiting for. Now we're gonna hunt them down for Tsukumo and Sugiura.
You get hit in the head or something? Find them and they'll mess your ass up.
Will they?
Don't you get it? They were planning to take you out, man. A Leomon letting you off is nothing short of a miracle. Or would you rather risk your neck over nothing?
Hell yeah.
Where we come from, risking our necks the bare minimum. You Ijincho guys must not see much action.
Yeah, well, in Ijincho, a handyman's wages don't cover life and limb.
I don't recall ever hiring you.
Yeah, and if you asked me now, I'd say hell no. This shit's getting way too over my head. And yours.
I'm out.
Sorry, Kaito-san. But I'm gonna have to pass on drinks for a while. Send my regards to the lads.
Well, hey, never chase what leaves.
Okay. Time for a nappy poo. Yep. I gotta remember to go get medicine. Next chance I get. Go to a grocery store, buy as much food as I can.
Ah, the agony. I was in a cold sweat all of yesterday. This rate, I'll be forced to type one-handed. If you do the math, my pinky is worth more than an average person's whole hand.
We're talking about at least a 30% drop in efficiency.
Bruh. Imagine
It's
if
been a while
I
since
had
I got it this
9
bad.
monitors. I
might
could be
even throw up.
fucking
So,
gaming.
Leaving Kamurocho made you rusty, huh?
Really with that? If I could wish the pain away, I would, man.
Hey, if you've got the energy to complain, you'll be just fine.
I'm gonna make this up to
Like,
you guys.
I'll give you guys a
Promise.
secret. I have
Well,
3 right now,
if you
and
want
it
to do
feels
that,
like it's a lot.
we'll need to figure out
What the
who
fuck
and
are you
where
gonna do with
they
9?
are. There's a high possibility this
Like,
group is directly behind Mikoshiba's
The
murder.
top 3 monitors are
And of
doing
course,
nothing.
That would
The
mean
left
they
and
know
right ones in the
Hara
middle
as well.
are just showing your like
How
little
about
Windows
swapping more info
logo.
with the Kanagawa police?
Let's save that for when we really
This
need it.
nerd.
We're not the authorities here, so we need to play our cards close to our chest.
I think that's a
Imagine
wise
also,
decision.
I'm just thinking about it. Imagine trying to like raid,
Salary
and
sounds
it's
on
just
top of
like
getting
your
things set up in
entire
Hara,
game
right?
is spread across
In that
9
case,
9
head
monitors,
back to
right?
Kamurocho. Take your time prepping. We can always regroup up there.
Like, look, think about it, right? First of all, I also just noticed that, like, you would think that it would not be square, but it's a square. How? What is my brain not seeing, right? Whatever. Let's go get medicine. Oop. Sure. Stop! I didn't mean to click on whatever this was. Holy shit. Why did I get a girlfriend, Pat? Why am I getting 3 girlfriends? Why did I get a motorcycle? What? I can't move! What was all of that? Why was there a girlfriend in the mailbox? Let alone 3 of them. There was a fighting style in there? What is sparring partner? What is going on? I didn't mean to check the mailbox, but there were 3 girlfriends and a fighting style. What? Oh, right, the school missions. Where is... Look at all of these. Look at all this stuff that I just picked. Dance of Life. Where do I get Sacred Tree? What is this? Why do I have a motorcycle? Where is there somewhere that is like the customization or something that I'm not missing, or I'm not seeing, right? Because like I just also got a hoverboard, which implies that the skate points are used for something. Right? It implies that those skate points, out of my way, and that those skate points have a purpose. buying all of your... Oh my god. What's this? A pharmacy. Perfect. Right around the corner. Where is the front desk? Pulling the back out of the way. Which... I mean, sure. These are the ones I really need, though. And I got a good chunk of money. Prevent bleeding duration by 30. Okay. Cat food. And then sake. Gonna get fucking drunk. Let's go. Okay. Location list. Venues. Where would the, like... The B? Darts. Don't care. The arcade's an arcade store. Don't care. The batting center. Don't care. Mahjong. I would care, but I can't. Golf. And then it's all food. So, okay, so what the fuck? What is this one that I'm missing? Right? What is this motorcycle for? Why do I have girlfriends in my inventory? What is this robot? What is the skate park? For biking? There's the skateboard. Give me the hover bike. A sample? We're gonna save those, I guess. Just like, holy shit. Alright, give me the hover bike. Meow. Alright, so what are these points for? These skate points. Go! Fuck you, traffic. Spoiling later systems via thanks for buying the game on PC. I mean, on one hand, yeah, like, what the fuck? But on the other hand, like, why did I get a fighting style? Right? Why was there a boxing fighting style in the mail?
What's up, Kaito-san? Something wrong?
Call me crazy, but doesn't the city seem noisier to you?
What the hell? Kaito's senses tingling or something?
Maybe they are. Well, no point trying to explain shit that doesn't make sense.
Anyway, I need to go talk to Sari-san before the interview.
Why are the roads blocked off? Why is the side road blocked off? Ah.
Hold on a minute, Todd.
What?
I'm noticing a lot more punks scurrying around than normal. Something's up.
Really? Huh. Maybe so.
Hey, don't I know you two? You're detectives around here, ain't you?
Yeah, so what?
You ever seen this guy before? A few years ago, he was the manager at some girls' bar nearby.
That fucking Crimson Chin, holy shit. Look at that. Turn his head and knock someone unconscious. Haven't seen this guy around, or maybe I have and just forgot.
You really need all these meatheads just to find one dude? Must be one slippery eel.
Damn right he is. Now do you know him or not?
I'm thinking. Out of curiosity, what's a guy doing running a girls' bar?
I don't think he actually ran the floor or anything. All I care about is him up and vanishing out of nowhere.
So he's a missing person? Since when?
5 years ago.
I mean, disappearing from Kamurocho isn't that uncommon. 5 years? What do you really expect to find?
Your guy have a name? And who gave the order to find him?
Trying to be cute? We're the ones asking the questions here. Don't fuck with us.
Who's fucking with who, asshole? You want to ask questions? You're gonna have to ask nice.
Nice or not, information has a price. It's our bread and butter, so we don't give handouts.
How about I butter your brains on the sidewalk?
Straight to throwing punches, huh? Even the Yakuza treated people better than that.
Fuck off!
Alright, let's see. Let's try boxing style, I guess.
Let's go. Here we go.
What is this style? This is just melting people. Okay, stand back up. Let's see. Evade. No, I want. Look at this! Is like that's the other end of the spectrum, which is like I feel way stronger. But I was just mashing X, Y, and B randomly, and he died.
Hey, what's up? That all you guys got? Kamurocho used to be tough. Look at these punks.
Kaito-san.
Huh?
Oh shit, new side content, man.
It's Akutsu. First name Daimyo.
You know him?
Former Tojo clan guy, ex-Yakuza.
I mean, isn't like everyone ex-Yakuza now?
Ex-Yakuza? Well, if you say so.
Yagami Detective Agency. Maybe I ought to just hire you guys for this. We're looking for a guy. You heard, didn't you?
Okay.
This guy you're after, he was some kind of girls' bar manager here in town? I take it this manhunt is your idea?
Nah. Soma's taking point on this one. Came from one of his connections. There's gonna be a big pile of cash in it for whoever finds him. Practically all of Kamurocho's in on this race.
And Soma is?
He's the one in charge of the RK gang. Of course, he's former Tojo clan too. First name Kazuki.
That's crazy. Did the whole Tojo clan join this thing?
Kaito would know all about all the bullshit rules it takes to keep the Yakuza running. They'll take their cut from you and call it the honorable thing to do in the same damn breath. Right, Kaito? In this new age, wouldn't you be better off joining us?
You guys are too small time to pull that shit on me.
You know what else, though? In the Yakuza, if your boys went down, it was on you to get revenge for them. I don't give two shits about that these days. I would say, if there's someone disrespecting you, you might as well go get the jump on them. I would walk right up and stick them in the gut.
Okay.
You wouldn't even see it coming, detective. Yeah? So don't go disrespecting me. There won't be a warning next time.
Okay.
Okay. Akatsu, you said? Did he get very far in the Tojo clan?
Nah. He may have had the potential, but he never got to make anything of it. The whole thing came crashing down before he got his time in the sun. Soma's the same way, actually. They both tried to climb up the Yakuza ranks, but then the families disbanded.
Womp,
And by the time that happened, all the pawns were cleared off the board. So, now they're ex-Yakuza in the wind. And along comes this gang without all the rules and systems they were dealing with. You end up with RK, a network of thugs.
RK? What does the acronym stand for?
Who the hell knows? After the Yakuza, I guess they wanted to sound more Western.
If they think they can replace the Tojo clan, those are pretty big shoes to fill.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say they've been discriminating. Civilian punks who want quick cash are easy recruits. RK's happy to scoop them up. Next thing you know, you've got an asshole army.
That's unfortunate, but speaking of the Tojo clan, have you talked to Higashi lately?
Yeah. As far as ex-Tojo clan guys go, he's one of the good ones. The family left him in charge of that arcade, and now that they're gone, he's basically the owner. I heard he even gave some of the younger family guys jobs. If you get a chance, you ought to show up there every once in a while.
Nah,
Sure.
Higashi. I am the last person in the world that guy wants to see.
You know, I was about to say, like, you know, you'd think that with a town as small as, like, Kamurocho is, that has tightly dense as it is, right? Like, you'd go like, oh, well, I mean, I'm surprised you haven't gone to the arcade to see him. It's like, it's like 4 streets over, right? Like, you're down here, and the arcade is, like, here or so, I think. Right? That's not that long of a walk. It's like a 5-minute walk. And then I remember, like, oh, there's multiple restaurants that I live near that I have not gone to yet because I'm just like, oh, it's so far. And it's like a 4-minute walk. One. Whoop. Wait. Whoop. Is this, like, generic, untitled anime? Like, what does that say? This is just generic, untitled anime pictures. I'm pretty sure, because I don't recognize anything here. Like, imagine if we were seeing art for, like, Sword Art Online on these, because Sword Art Online was the big thing when this was coming out and being in development. That'd be wild.
You ditching me?
Yes. Where's my skateboard? Alright, boys, I'm back. Hello. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
Shari-san. Yagami-san made it.
Sorry for the wait. I ran into some typical nonsense. We good to go?
I've been good to go for a while. Ehara's waiting, and so are the answers. First thing we'll want to try to get is how involved he was in Mikoshiba's murder.
From the way it's been so far, I doubt he'll be eager to tell you.
If he won't open up, we'll have to play the trump card. Yagami-san. Ehara won't know what hit him.
I don't mind being the ace in the hole.
Are you and your ego ready then, Yagami-san?
Hell yeah, let's go.
Well, this ain't my department. Fill me in back at the office, okay?
You got it.
I might even tidy the place up a bit if you're lucky. Lots of open bottles to polish off.
Okay, whatever.
Oh, we're going?
What the fuck did you want? What do you mean we're going? Yes? What? Oh, I was gonna make tea. was gonna have a nap while I waited. Like, what? Oh, we're late. We could have been there. Oh, we're going. Oh, shit. Okay, fine. How's it going?
I thought you'd lost already. So, what more could my lawyers want from me here?
Well, normally I would say the same. However, a corpse turned up as you said it would. It turns out you have a penchant for prophecy, Ihara-san.
Prophecy, huh? Kinda dramatic. No Hoshino today? Did you fire the poor guy?
Yagami's my name, sir. In a past life, I used to work with Kenda and Saori-san. But today, I'm at Serio High School in a contract advisory role for one of their clubs.
Serio High School?
It's the same school Toshiro-kun went to 4 years ago. You'd know it. I happened to be out there working a separate case. But that was when Shirosaki-sensei called, so that's why I'm here.
Well, well. Okay. Why are you here then?
That'd be obvious at this point, I'd think. As you know, Mikoshiba turned up as you said. His body was found in a warehouse. The question is, why did you know that well enough to proclaim it in court?
You might say it was a miracle. I wished hard enough for it to come true, and suddenly it did.
Care to tell us why you'd wish for a miracle like that?
Do you really need me to explain why?
Mikoshiba. You blame him for Toshiro-kun's death, don't you?
I do.
Even though when you took the school to court, no evidence turned up. A third-party investigation found no bullying occurred, didn't it?
At school, Mikoshiba tortured my son. He would beat him up, and then he'd demand all his money. That damn kid was a star student with high grades. My son's own class wouldn't stand up to him. To avoid being beaten, Toshiro used to. He'd steal money from me or his mother to make sure he could pay Mikoshiba off.
Ihara-san, you seem to know a lot about what happened to your son. Do you have any proof?
Would I have lost if I did? That school can rot in hell for all I care. Speaking of, you know what I'm convicted for. It was being a pervert. I admit to everything. I groped a businesswoman's ass in plain sight on a full train. There's no way I'm fighting for an appeal. So as for my defense, I'm in no need of lawyers anymore.
Ihara-san, just a second.
Why would I give you that?
Yagami-san?
Hiro Mikoshiba died in a lot of pain. His final moments were truly horrific. The last thing he felt must have been fear. After slitting his throat, his body was left to rot.
Doesn't that sound great?
My gut tells me Ihara's guilty for sure. There's no doubt he's connected to Mikoshiba's murder. I need to hold his attention and convince him to stay. Gotta make sure he understand. Gotta make him understand I have more info than the police do. Okay, what do I have? So we've got the autopsy report, the security footage, the photo, the burn markings, and the blood stains. What don't the police have? This isn't evidence. Evidence, evidence, evidence. This.
Take a look at this.
Oh, Mikoshiba. Looks like he's seen better days. Where'd you get the photo?
From a teacher at Serio High. But where she got it is the interesting part. A strange woman gave it to her and said to stay away from the Mikoshiba case. You remember Sawa-sensei, yes? She transferred to Serio 4 years ago, not long before your son passed away.
Yeah, not a face I'd soon forget. She told the whole court he was never bullied.
True. She did say that.
And it's not just her I detest. The administrators, the lawyers. Felt like choking the life right out of them. But if anyone needed to pay, was Mikoshiba. He got what he deserved. It's nothing short of insane that they were just gonna let him get a teaching credential. It all comes back to a flawed and broken system of laws that has no business calling itself justice.
And it was you, wasn't it? You orchestrated every aspect of how Mikoshiba would die. But you didn't act
Why are you
alone.
giving me the
Who were
triumph
people
music? You
behind
just
it?
say no?
How'd you convince them to kill a man?
That's a good one. You, my friend, are way off.
His neck is clipping through his fucking shirt. Wow, it didn't work. I gotta go back in time and like pick different evidence. Game over. Like, I didn't get anything from that other than him going, yeah, good, he died.
The way that interview went, Ihara's definitely guilty. But if we can't connect him to the murderers, we're left with no leads to follow.
Yeah. Kept that secret on lockdown, no matter what I asked.
You asked 2 things.
What could possibly link Ihara to those men? Damn it. And I was so close, too. To think they're still somewhere in Ijincho. I need to find them before the trail goes cold.
So you're heading back to Yokohama?
Not tonight. Kaito's waiting for me in the office. I'll be in town for now.
Okay. If anything changes, I'll contact one of you.
Like, ooh. Ooh. Is there a skate park here? Let's see. Mahjong, batting center. No. Nope. Nothing for skate parking. Text. I got another text. Who is texting me? And the place is trash.
Kaito-san, I'm back. Kaito-san?
Hey, did you see that email from Tsukumo?
Huh?
It wasn't that long ago. It's something you gotta see, though.
What is it? Something happened?
It's the murder footage. Mikoshiba's murder ended up on the internet. It's going viral on all the social media sites.
You gotta forgive me. I'll do anything you want. I didn't know he'd do it. I swear. Toshiro-kun was okay. I didn't know he'd kill himself. I really didn't know. I swear I'll try to make it up to him somehow. I'll spend the rest of my life making up for it. Stop it.
What the hell?
Stop it. Stop it.
Ihara.
What? What?
Ihara has an alibi for this, doesn't he? They already found him guilty, and that's the whole reason he couldn't have killed Mikoshiba, right? But if that's the case, what the hell is this? One way or another, either this thing is staged, or his entire alibi was a massive cover-up. They can't both be true.
What is going on?
But there's something I just can't shake. If you want my opinion on it, this looks real.
I need to have another chat with Ihara. Damn it. I'm
not gonna let him get away with this.
Yeah, that was my first thought, was twin, possibly, but you would be hiding a twin. Like, it would be the kind of thing of everyone would be looking for a twin, right? It would be the number one thing, is going, well, does he have a twin, right? I feel like that would have been covered by now. And if it's twin, that just feels really lazy to me. You know what I mean? Of just, it works because he had a secret twin when he is, like, 50 or 60? The only thing I could think of was, like, my initial thought was twin. My second guess would be some sort of, like, let's say the murder happened on a Tuesday, right? The rest of this group managed to essentially somewhat preserve the body until the Wednesday, right? So that the time of death didn't work correctly. You know what I mean? But also they mentioned that the time of the whole thing had, like, this weird window. It could have just literally been that he murdered and he immediately started to go get his alibi. I don't really know. We have blue-eyed dead guys last game.
Seemed to occur simultaneously.
I mean, yeah.
Yagami relentlessly pursues these cases, attempting to poke holes in each. After confronting Akihiro Ehara, the key figure in both crimes, he witnesses a harrowing video that provides more questions than answers. In it, a bound man pleads for his life, but his attacker, bound by vengeance, snuffs it out.
My best guess is that is still him, right? And other shenanigans have happened, right? Because the one thing I could think of right now, someone lied in the autopsy report, right? Or someone else lied
So the
to
murder
essentially
footage is
help
already making
him
the rounds online. I
cover
don't think
it
it's
up.
showing up on TV though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the net's a mess right now.
The autopsy
It's all
report said he died
unsubstantiated
sometime
rumors
in
and
X to Y
unverified
time
sources.
frame, but in actuality it would have been like
Typical,
3 days
An
before
ex-cop
that.
going from by-the-book sex offender to vigilante avenger overnight is prime forum drama. Sentiment seems to be swinging
That is
in
my
favor of
thinking
Ehara,
right now.
but there's plenty of folks on the fence about it too. The reactions have been all over the board.
Do we know if that video is authentic? I mean, CG has come a long way, right?
It's not.
Oh, or perhaps a deep fake. That is plausible. AI has reached the point where it can generate pretty convincing facsimiles. Someone even made a video that made it look like the U.S. president was saying a bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah, they were playing
That's
Call
the
of
tip
Duty.
the iceberg. Deep fakes are only getting more authentic looking.
Can't guys like you tell if a video is fake or not, though? Aren't there any signs?
Oh, there are several telltale signs of a video being doctored. So I ran every check I could think of on the murder footage. And wouldn't you know it, nothing came up. Most likely, we're looking at the real deal.
Most likely?
Well, no one can claim with absolute certainty that it wasn't altered in some way. Which means it's not substantial enough to prove Ehara's guilt. At least not in a court of law.
Gotcha. Do you know when and where the footage was uploaded?
It was posted sometime last night, but the source is too hard to pin down. The uploaders spread it across multiple servers overseas in a well-concerted effort to hide their tracks.
Makes sense. But I'll bet it
And with
ultimately
my
came from
broken
Mikoshiba's
pinky, I
killers,
can't hack
no matter
them.
how real or fake it is.
How do you figure?
Think about it. No one could have staged that unless they knew the specifics of how Mikoshiba was killed. From how he was positioned to little things like the blood on the ground, every last detail was just as the detectives described it.
That's a good point. All this browsing's really taken a toll on the old...
Oh my god, I fucking call it. Fuck off. Why would the killers go through the trouble of spreading this footage? What good would it serve them? causing a public uproar, obstructing the investigation. Whatever the case, I still have some interviewing to do.
Looks like another visit to Ehara might clear things up. You should ask Shirosaki-sensei about it.
I don't think he's gonna care
Yeah.
to talk to you.
That was my thought, too.
I think he's just not gonna want to talk to you. Can I look? I want to look at this really quickly, right? Like, so on October 7th, he went missing. October 9th, they reported it. Right? Hold on. The time frame here. So basically, the time frame works perfectly fine, right? He got murdered sometime after basically he got kidnapped, right? October 7th, he got kidnapped. And then murder, right? And then Okay, so that's the where it is. He got on. Okay, so he went through the station gate at 7:43. He would have needed to leave the scene at 6:43 from wherever the murder scene was to get there in time, right? So 6:43. And then this is saying after 7:30. But, like, it's super easy for him to just go, oh, yeah, the autopsy result is just, like, wrong, right? Right? Like, someone could just go, oh, yeah, the person who did the autopsy is also fucking corrupt. And the actual answer was he died at some point at, like... I don't know. Because it's also, it's like, what time did he go missing? The 7th, at some point in the morning, he went missing, right? We don't care about this. Who cares about this? Right? Don't care. This is to the alibi. The only important part here, like, who cares? He was molesting someone. We know he's molesting someone. What's interesting to me of this is there's a blind spot, but I don't know what could happen other than someone, like, passing him a note going, yeah, man, it's all good. This is the part that's important, is this 7:43 check-in time, right? Who cares about any of this? Don't care about this. And then this. Whoop. This. So those are the two hang-ups. These are the two hang-ups, right? Sometime after 7:30. Sometime 7:43. So 13 minutes later, he checked into the station, but it's over an hour away. My thinking here right now is it was just, yeah, the autopsy is lying. Right? Or this was faked somehow, but then this wouldn't be able to be faked, right? Oh, I see it. I see it. I think I see it. Okay. I don't exactly know how. Can we watch the video of the thing? I would not be surprised if, and hear me out, he murdered here, right? And body double or twin, whichever of the two, is here, right? With the card, okay? He took Ehara's card and signed in for him into the station an hour away to give him the alibi, right? Kept himself out of the way, waiting and waiting and waiting. It's not super clear who it was. He keeps turning his head away, wearing enough covering that you could mistake it for him, right? He's running away. And in this blind spot, they swap, right? There's that one blind spot there. And that's where they swapped places, right? And then this is really him. That's my guess right now, right? This is a body double or twin or whatever, and they swapped places later on. And it's going to be find out who the body double is and who is helping them out, right? That's my current guess. That's my current theory. You can hold me on that. Drink some water, okay? That's my current go-to theory of sitting really poorly. Oh, no. Ow, my back. That's my theory. But it's just a game theory.
Let me get this straight. Ehara went and felt a lady up on the day Mikoshiba got
I
killed
don't
on
think it was
purpose?
Ehara. That's my
That's the
theory.
case. Why the
Right.
hell would he upload a murder confession after
I
the
don't
fact?
think it was
Is
Ehara.
he trying to get caught?
Only Ehara could answer that one for you. I want to ask him that question myself.
So,
Because there was no need to point out, like, oh look, there's all this coverage of the station aside from this blind spot, and they very specifically went like he kept himself covered and like kept himself calm and waiting until this train, very specifically that one train, and that gives like 2 extra hours to clean up and get over there ahead of time and get in position, right? That is my current running theory with the evidence we have right now. But what that means is that the story then needs to show me who could be the body double or the twin or whatever, right? And we're gonna find someone on the police force who looks just like him, except for the face or some shit like that, right? And it's just some old dude and people got so caught up, yada 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 yada. The only real confusing part then, the issue with it is he had the fibers of whatever her fucking skirt was on her hand.
Mafia,
The hand, which is like, okay,
It's been too damn
somehow.
long, Mafia-chan.
Yeah. By any chance, Yagami-kun, are you working on a case for Saori? A video got leaked. It depicted a man committing a murder.
That's that's actually a whole is the fibers on the hand, I guess. But I guess maybe a way to transfer it or something. Mafuyu is a public prosecutor for the Tokyo office. She's also best friends with Sayori-san ever since college. 2 talented lady hotshots of the law on opposing sides of the courtroom. Apparently they have a bit of a fan club.
Are you here about the Ehara case too?
Of course. The prosecutor's office is in total chaos right now, especially the higher-ups.
I'll bet. After all, they're the ones who pushed for Ehara's battery conviction. If that video's real, that would mean Ehara got them to hand him a slap on the wrist instead of a murder conviction.
Yes. And it's not like the prosecution can say, "Sorry, Your Honor, we'd like a do-over," after the fact.
Yep.
To make matters worse, everything leading up to the trial was broadcast all over the news. Changing our tune now would undermine public trust.
That's for sure.
I wish they did,
for the time
Raggles.
being, our department is trying to predict how the defense will approach the situation. Hence why they sent me here to check in on my good friend's salary. Totally no strings attached.
Well, that clears up a lot.
There you kids are. Figured you had to show up sometime.
Mafia? You're caught up in this too?
Yeah, she ran into us downstairs.
I'm sure you can work out that I'm here to spy on you. But wouldn't you like to know what we're up to as well?
Are you sure that's your only motive coming here?
Sorry?
Something like a professional excuse to see Yagami-san?
In your dreams? I had no idea Yagami-kun was involved until just now.
All right. I'll accept that. For now.
Gotta say, I miss this little banter.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Needless to say, our office is going through this footage with a fine-tooth comb. That said, they've already determined their stance. They've deemed it an unreliable source and therefore useless as evidence. Basically, they want it to look like it was considered and already thrown out.
Huh? So, they're not gonna verify the video? Not even question Ahara about Mikoshiba? Nothing?
Nope. Not after it was proven in court that Ehara committed sexual
Because
battery.
they can't be wrong. Government can't be
Wouldn't
wrong.
you say a conviction has a certain finality to it? Besides, there's no way Ehara could have murdered Mikoshiba within that limited time span.
Right.
Which means the murder video doesn't really add up, does it?
What are you getting at?
I'm saying the prosecution believes the video has been falsified. Special effects, CGI, whatever it is, we're not buying it.
Huh.
Furthermore, the prosecutor pushing that stance was the one who handled Ehara's trial.
He can't be wrong when
That
it looks
is-
bad on him.
His name is Sadao Takano. He was the one gunning the hardest for Ahara the first time around, especially considering his officer status.
He can't be wrong.
He kept insisting justice be served, which got the public behind him rather quickly.
He certainly looked the part of the people's prosecutor, grilling Ehara in court.
So what you're saying is, Takano could never accept anything but Ahara's original sentence. Since this footage of the murder contradicts that finding, he just thinks it's a sham.
Yes, and he'd add that a fair trial's result can't be challenged by some video on the internet.
Well, who could honestly trust a system that changes its mind so easily? Both the prosecutor's office and the court are beholden to the case as Takano-kun presented it.
But that's just sweeping the issue under the rug.
It has a domino effect, too. The police are beholden to the verdict we got, so their hands are tied. This applies to both Tokyo and Kanagawa.
Really? Why's that?
Supposedly, they don't want to get involved with Ehara until they're sure the video is real. They come in with a list of questions about the murder, it'll show that doubt's being cast on the original ruling.
Yeah, but no one can prove that the video's real.
Right. There's no way to verify the legitimacy of an untraceable video. But if the police aren't allowed to see Ehara, he'll never even become a suspect in the murder. That means he's untouchable.
Exactly. None of the detectives are happy about that. Especially down in Kanagawa. Their job is to bring in a suspect, but their leads are all ending up at the same dead end.
Video footage of a murder preventing a police investigation instead of starting one. What an absurd situation.
Until recently, people were lining up to bring Ahara to justice. Yet somehow his involvement in a murder totally derailed that.
Don't be so surprised. No cop would ever want to undermine a ruling based on their own findings. Anyone who wants to go against the grain's gonna need hard evidence on their side.
So the case goes cold, all to save face for the court and the prosecution. If Ahara really did commit murder, It'll have been the perfect crime. This debacle only serves as proof.
True. It would turn the trial into a farce. There's no way we're letting this go.
But wouldn't challenging this mean going up against the entire system?
Yeah. That scare ya?
Not at all. In fact, I was just thinking, we're the only ones who could take a case like this.
Ha! That's the good shit, kid.
This whole time, we've been writing off Ihara as a convicted sexual predator. But it's looking more and more likely the court played right into his hand. As for me, I'm done being played for a fool.
Then you've heard what I came to say. And with that, I will be on my way. But if you need help, just ask.
I think we're good for now, but thanks.
That did clear up a lot.
No problem. See ya.
Man, was Mafuyu-chan cuter than ever, or what? Think maybe it's time to light that flame again?
Oh, be
How many
quiet.
times do I have to tell you? It's not like that.
What do you want, huh? What do you want? What are you looking at for? What do you want?
Anyway, what I'd like to do is ask Ihara about that video face to face. Any chance we could see him again?
Nope, I'm not his lawyer anymore.
I was actually about to suggest that. One moment. It's from Ihara's prison.
What?
Hello? Yes, this is Shirosaki. Yes, I can talk.
His prison? Why would they call us?
Because he doesn't
direct?
want us to be
Guess
his
we'll
lawyer
find
anymore.
out.
So we can't question
Understood.
him.
I appreciate the candor. That was one of the prison wardens. He was asked to convey a message
You're
from
no
Ihara.
longer his lawyer, so we cannot
About
meet
what?
with him.
In short, he won't be speaking with his representation any further.
There you
You're
go.
joking.
Can't talk to him.
To be more specific, he said he's not taking any more questions. It seems he fully grasps the situation, even in custody.
How was that even
Because it was
possible?
planned the entire time.
I'm guessing the murder footage that was uploaded yesterday was also planned out in advance.
The moment that I
That
get
or
my
Ihara's
guilty conviction,
conspirators
we'll
have
leak
to
the
be filling
video.
him in. How else could he predict we'd try to see him again so soon?
I can see either of those scenarios making sense.
But only someone on the force could be leaking insider
think it's
information to him
both.
like that.
Damn. This shit's turning into a full-blown
Hey,
conspiracy.
guess what?
eh,
Guess what
Doc?
the common theme amongst
Whatever
half
it is,
Yakuza games are?
screwing up our
The
plans.
cops are evil.
Yeah, the timing couldn't have been worse. Now what
Has
are we
there ever
supposed to
been
do?
a Yakuza game where the cops
There are
aren't
plenty of
corrupt?
leads that don't
is
involve
like
grilling the
at
culprit.
least a minor
Yeah?
plot point,
I'd like
if
to
not
hear
a
'em.
major one.
Well,
I
if
feel
it
like
were
every
me,
single one, the
I'd
cops
start
are
with
corrupt, is
Zauriku.
the important part.
Okay.
The first thing I want to learn is whether Ihara is really the murderer in this footage. Given the entire sexual battery incident as an alibi, there is no way he could have murdered Mikoshiba. However, this new footage knocks the bottom out of that premise.
Right. Either his alibi or the murder footage.
Like I was gonna
One of
say,
the
there's
two's been
one or two, I
fabricated.
think, but then it was a case of, well, the cops aren't even there. The groping or the murder. Right now, which one do we doubt more? I doubt the groping situation.
I think we should revisit the harassment case. When the sentence came down in court, no one expected it to end up as a murder alibi. Plus, everyone suspected Ihara was working alone. He may have not been. All this makes a huge difference. No one would suspect a train groping to involve accomplices or alibis. The search for evidence wouldn't be as intense as for a murder.
But the entire incident was caught on camera, top to bottom. There's more than enough physical evidence, too.
Then we'll need to verify each and every aspect of the case.
Okay, what first? Should we investigate the crime scene again? Maybe we'll discover something new if we check out the station during the crime's actual time frame.
No, I think we saw everything we could there. Actually, if we're reviewing evidence, we could do that from right here, couldn't we?
What catches your eye specifically? I ask because fabricated evidence would likely show signs of tampering. This would prove Ihara's alibi doesn't hold up.
Time to really scrutinize this case. What evidence was Ihara relying on to falsify his alibi? This. This is the spot that's getting me, is that empty spot.
This part's still getting to me.
Yep. Actually, I'm gonna use the bathroom really quickly, so I'll be back in 1 minute. I didn't even realize. I was sitting there and like going like, man, I'm kind of hungry also. As I was walking back, and I'm like, oh, what if I just ate dinner while I streamed? You know?
The Shinjuku Station diagram? Did something happen at the platform?
Well, the majority of the incident was caught on camera. But I don't think we have any footage of what happened around here.
I want to see before and
It's
after.
not much, but it's a blind spot all the same. Hoshino-kun and I confirmed that at the scene.
Okay, but how would this blind spot change anything?
The first thing that comes to mind is, gives Ahara a chance to swap with
Yep,
the stand.
that's what I'm saying.
The real Ahara murdered
I don't know how the
Mikoshiba
fibers
in
get on his
Jincho at
hand.
7:30, then headed to Shinjuku Station.
But
Then, just after 9 o'clock, he swapped places with the stand-in, getting caught on purpose.
So you're suggesting that there were two Aharas at Shinjuku Station?
Yep. And the true assailant, the Ahara lookalike, disappeared into the crowd.
Wait, if what you propose is true, does that mean Ahara never touched the victim?
Yeah.
But the police inspection revealed trace fibers from the victim's clothing on Ahara's hand.
Trace inspection.
Yeah, so no matter what, the fact that Ahara touched the victim remains standing. The victim felt his hand reach under her skirt right after the train departed Ikebukuro. She was scared motionless for the entire commute until arriving at Shinjuku Station.
that's the part that hangs me up.
Could
on
you
this
describe the victim for me?
She's an office worker, married to an industrial designer. Also has a 6-year-old son.
You think she's
Full
in on
name,
it?
Yui Mamiya, 30 years old.
A wife and mother.
Perhaps if we talk to Mamiya-san directly, she could give us more insight than that video. She may
Like,
even
what
recall
if
something
she's
none
in
of us
on it?
know, upon learning Ahara's alibi might have been fabricated.
That's a good plan. We'll finally have a fresh source of info.
In that case, give me a moment so I can get a meeting set up. We should have her address and other information somewhere on file. Bear in mind, Mamiya-san was the victim here. As the assailant's defense, I doubt we'll get a warm welcome.
That's pretty standard for us, I'd say. Nobody rolls out the red carpet for a detective, right?
Yeah. Say, Kaito-san, it looks like we've got some free time, so let's say we grab some food.
Now that you mention it, I am getting hungry.
Me too. Why'd even give me control of the fucking game, right?
Huh.
You think they want something? Bet it's not a friendly hello.
They do look like they mean business.
That dude's fucking
Is our
bugging
case
out on
idea
the
of an
left. Holy
ambush?
shit.
How basic.
Kaito-san, there's more.
Over there, too.
Same losers from yesterday. Guess they want to settle the score.
Looks like they rounded up some buddies and waited for us to show.
Well, whatever the hell they want, let's not get Genda-sensei and them involved. Follow me.
Okay.
Healing.
Slow down!
No!
Alright, I'm getting fed up with this shit.
Why haven't they made a move yet? It's like they're waiting for something.
Whatever it is, they're taking their sweet-ass time. Hey! Quit dicking around and come get some!
What the hell? They're just gonna keep stalking us?
Nope. Thanks for waiting, assholes.
Shit!
The fuck?
Let me
Okay.
guess. You're RK too?
Bastard went straight for our heads. Are you nuts, guy?
Shut your mouth!
Okay.
Here we go.
Whoop. You're dead. And now your turn. This style does not seem fair in the opposite regard. Whoop. I didn't want to pick up a bat. At least it sounded like Yuri Lowenthal. True.
That's one down.
Oh no. Oh.
Not out of the woods just yet.
He gave me the "you're dead" sign and then walked a fucking way. Oh no. Why is there a squirrel there?
Damn. You really went all out on the backup. Is the whole town RK now or something?
Doc, we should probably get gone before the cops roll in.
Why? It's not our fault we're getting jumped.
What's with the squirrel? Oh my gosh.
Their plan was to come at us in waves. I've about had it with this crap.
Yeah. At this rate, we won't be meeting Sari-san and the others. Wouldn't want to drag them into this.
Point. So why not hit RK at home?
Yeah?
Why not? Soma and Akutsu are at the top, and they probably remember me. I'll just ask them real nice to keep their goons off our back. Unless you want to keep dealing with these fucking scrubs.
I'm fine with making a house call. Any idea where it is?
Yeah, a club in the back of Theater Square. Used to be RK exclusive. Nowadays, I hear they let in thugs from all over. I admit, I'm kind of curious.
Okay, well, fucking bye, losers.
What is it?
What is it? I'm not allowed to run? Can I... Nope.
This is it, Tak. Get ready to meet some shady people.
Okay.
Yeah, shady is definitely the operative word here. Can't imagine this place gets a lot of foot traffic.
Who knew an entrance to the underground was right here in broad daylight? All right, let's get in there and be done with this.
Hey, who the hell are you two? Got some invitations?
The Yagami Detective Agency doesn't need any.
That voice is...
Say, is Akutsu or Soma around?
Detectives, huh?
There a problem here? This is a public business, isn't it?
About time you showed up. We've been expecting you.
Nothing like running into an old friend.
You want to talk to Akutsu-san, fine. But only Kaito gets in.
Why?
See, we all knew the Yakuza out in the cold would come around to us once the Tojo clan cleared out. Know what makes us such a hit?
Who gives a shit?
We got a system fleshed out. Your average gangbanger starts at rank F.
Why?
But an ex-Yakuza...
Why do you have a fucking shitty Isekai Adventure Guild ranking system?
And just for you, Kaito-san.
What?
The boss says he'll start you out at A.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got your pick of the chumps. But I'm here to talk to a fucking adult man.
Oh man, I can't wait to go on
step
4
in and take me
adventures
to
so that I can
Akutsu.
become rank E.
Spoken like a man
I'm gonna
with some
pick so
balls.
so many herbs out in the forest right outside. Yippee-ki-yay.
So I really have to just wait in the lobby?
You should thank your lucky stars you're not dead yet.
I don't know about this, Kaito-san. What if you need backup?
Going into gang turf without backup, that's too dangerous, even for Kaito. We have no clue how many members are back there or what they're doing.
Relax, Tak. All I gotta do is talk man-to-man with Akutsu real quick, and we'll be out of here.
You heard the man. Now come on.
If it's gonna be that quick, I'll just wait right here.
Do whatever you want.
And then he was never seen again.
You're shit for business.
Ah, come on. Don't you want to be friends?
It's been 10 minutes since Saito-san went in. I have no clue what's going on. And there's no sign of him returning. Guess that means...
Hey, think I could use your restroom? There's one inside, right?
Go shit on the cement for all I care. Restrooms are for guests only.
So, you in Arcade too? I take it business is good lately.
Oh, hell yeah. Recruits are swarming in by the dozen. If you're looking for quick cash in Kamurocho, Arcade's where it's at. Plenty of hotties, too.
Wow. And all you do is fool around on your phone. Talk about living on Easy Street.
Screw you.
Hey, not my fault they don't loop you into the good jobs. Bet those only go to the A-rank guys. You must be, what, F? F minus?
The fuck did you just say?
Oh, did I offend you? Sorry. Guess some gangbangers are softies.
I'll show you who's soft, asshole!
Wow.
Sorry. Getting split up from my buddy does make me kind of an asshole.
Wow. Fucking tripped and fell face first into the wall. I never should have let Kaito-san come in here alone. I have to find him now. Not like sitting around would do any good. Not like sitting around would do the case any good. Whatever. Not like sitting around would do the case. I can't talk. Brain no worky good.
Be careful here.
Walking in, good, bad, brain juju. Go find Kaito. Case not solved. Who care about gangbang? Rank F. First I need to find Kaito-san. He's supposed to be talking to Akutsu right now. And all these guys are RK? It'll be a pain to take all of them on. Besides, if I make a scene, who knows what might happen to Kaito-san. I need to find a way around without getting noticed by them. Let's start off by searching that room. Oh man, please hold my hand more. Oh, look at all that alcohol. Oh, and a safe. Oh. Looks like no one's in here. Let's see if anything in here can do me some good. Safe.
What the?
Oh, a breaker panel. Maybe I can cut the lights with this? Might be easier than sneak around. Ah, no good. I don't know which one's to flip. Oop. There it is. What's that? I ought to fit in this ventilation duct. Maybe it'll get me where I need to be. But I can't even reach that high. Anything I could use to get a leg up? The barrels. The boxes. The kegs. That's all I got. Oh, right, moving. Duh.
Suspicious. Suspicious.
Perfect size. I forgot. I keep forgetting I can move. Here we go. Okay, that ought to do it. 2 whole boxes. I should be able to raise the duct like this. Alright, you could have just like done a running jump up and held on to it. Don't give me that bullshit.
Hey, where'd that new guy get taken to?
I heard Akutsu-san wanted to see him.
For real? Was he taken to the VIP room then?
Sounds like it.
The VIP room?
Even I've never gotten in there. What makes him such a big shot?
The VIP room seems to be that way. Let's go check it out. I thought for a second we would get to use the, like, you know, stealth minigame we got introduced to, and then instead it's no, crawl around the ducks, I guess. Oh, there's a bartender. I guess he's just setting up. Maybe he's just... Maybe it's just from up here, but he kind of looks like me. I just had an idea. Time to murder him. Let's see if I can track the guy down. Ah! Blinding light. I mean, there's one path, right? Fuck you. Enjoy your piss break.
Sorry, man. Take a quick breather.
Close the door on him at least. The next person who walks in is gonna see a naked dude inside. Not bad, I might actually pull this off. Alright. Oh, do I need to get like drinks or something? Grab like a drink for them or something? You know what I mean? Nope. Okay, can't grab anything. We'll just walk downstairs. I actually met someone who looked like me once. He stared at me while I brushed my teeth. Bruh, same. It was such a fucking weird experience, man. He just didn't even do anything. He just stood there motionless while I, like, you know, stretched. You know, check my teeth. He just stood there. Great, even more of them hanging around. If I get surrounded here, it's all over. Better be extra careful if I have to deal with any of them.
Hey, you there!
Yes? Can I help you?
You better stop fucking around. Didn't I ask you for another round?
Huh? Another round?
You forgot my order already? I want my bottle.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Wait a minute. You know what? Fuck the bottle. How about you just mix me a cocktail?
Well, yeah, sure,
But
boss.
of course.
I guess I don't have any choice but I make this guy's drink. Hang on, maybe this is just what I need. If I put him under the table with some strong booze, I can clear out of here. It's worth a shot anyway. Hope you know some hangover cures, fella. What is... What? Don't tell me there's gonna be a bartending minigame.
Here, sir.
I fucking get passes out right now. That's not how alcohol works. Alcohol takes 5 minutes to go through. Okay, good. They made him wait. He actually managed to get through that somehow. My disguise worked against that one guy, but the guard looks harder to trick. I wouldn't be able to get him into the VIP room unless I do something about him. I should lure him to the shadows on the other side and take him out there. But that means I'll have to cut across this floor. Gotta be careful. Or a fucking gun. Like...
Thunder?
Too close.
Good night. Good night. How do we teleport up here? I don't know. Don't care. Ding. What if you're broke during this? And fuck you. Good night.
That's a good boy.
Bing. Ho. 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 That dude's neck is like larger than your arm. He would just flex his shoulder muscles and then knock your arm away.
Time out.
Alright, I found Kaito-san. He's up here. Would you like another round, sir, on the house?
I hate to say it, Akutsu. I'm in a price bracket you couldn't afford if you wanted to.
I'm not saying you'd need to call it quits on the detective gig you've got going, Kaito-san. You can just give us a hand, help us out a bit when RK needs some real muscle on the field.
That a fucking joke? On what planet would I sign up for more busy work?
Think you might want to tone it down there, big guy? I've got my boys in the room. Being talked to like this isn't a good look.
Why would you care how you look? You're a bunch of damn Yakuza. You and Soma are picking up the Tojo clan's scraps, yeah? Or do you have a real plan?
We'd have the manpower if we wanted to.
With all your washed-up Yakuza and punk-ass kids? I don't see it happening, man. What are you fucking thinking?
Exactly why we need more guys like you. Help me show this crew how the big boys roll. I need some authority on this to get it built the right way.
So you want me on as a drill sergeant for scumbags? Count me out.
Kamurocho's underground river of cash is still flowing, but there's no more Tojo clan upstream to collect it all. There's no more rules. We can run this town however the fuck we want. And once we've got ours, we can slip back into civilian lives to live it up clean as a whistle.
You want to be a civilian again? You're kidding.
Oh yeah. Want to have the cash to buy your favorite store, pop out a couple of kids and settle down with a family? Never would have been possible in the Yakuza life.
Well, why the fuck would you need me to do that? After you step into the shadow of the underworld, you never really escape from those chains. Don't sell me your bullshit like I'm one of your fucking brats.
Huh.
Sounds to me like your whole damn pitch just ran out of gas. Go out there and build your dream gang if you want. I don't give a shit. That said, if you keep bugging me about this shit, I'm gonna make sure you regret it. Keep your fucking distance from us.
Did you say us? Are you refusing to join up because you have a partner? Bring Yagami along for all I care.
Did you hear a word of what I just said?
I'd reconsider that stance if I were you. If you aren't coming along as a friend, then you're my enemy.
I don't take work from assholes.
Have it your way, then. Hey, round up the boys.
Sir. Hey! Get off your asses!
Too late for that. I knew exactly how this little chat was gonna go down.
Son of
Yeah, well, I knew exactly where you'd be for a chat you weren't invited to.
Well, if you're done over there, shall we get back down to business?
You're not walking out of here.
Oh no, night.
If you don't know how to use that thing, you're gonna cut yourself, man. You sure?
You fuckers are the ones who don't know shit. This whole damn town belongs to the arcade now, you know.
Now the whole town belongs to you, huh? You fucking morons. You're gonna have to pry this town out of my hands!
Okay. Fuck it, what? Let's see how good boxing mode is now. Why is I bother with anything else? Dead. 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 Why is DLC combat, like, way too strong? Okay, fuck you. Okay, like,
hey,
what the fuck?
Your ass.
So here's the difference: is this thing is like
Yo! Fuck him up, boys!
4-minute stun lock. All the moves do stagger. But like, I can actually do the combat, right? But it's the opposite end. Because they just solved it by not giving me evasive moves, just going, yeah, everything can get through it, fuck it.
Dumbass, you down already?
No, sir. Come on, let's fucking do this!
Oh my god, dude. Owie, he's stabbing me. Get the fuck up. Like, that was the opposite end of difficulty. I don't know.
Now I understand why you wanted Kaito on your side.
You guys are shit.
Still got anything you want to say, Akutsu?
I can appreciate your perspective on this, Kaito.
In that case, you better leave us the hell alone.
Yeah, we can do that. We get it. It's fine. Right, Akutsu?
Why are you here? Aren't you busy?
Just checking in. You made quite a mess here.
Tak meets Soma. He's the leader of the RK.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
You keep saying we, but I don't think you know what's going on. You just gonna waltz in here and bark orders?
Kaito-san turned down your offer, didn't he? And the other guy is Yagami from his own detective agency. Before that, he was an accomplished lawyer. Now he's with Kaito-san independently.
It's my job to be running HQ, though. You shouldn't roll up unannounced.
I'm supposed to leave you to your own devices? I do have to check in.
Is this the real final boss?
Got a cold?
It's a dust allergy, actually. Tough thing to live with. And I used to catch hell for it in the Yakuza. Quit that infernal sniffling, they'd say.
Yeah, that couldn't have been easy, man. I bet they would beat the shit out of you if you didn't blow your nose.
You know it. I do wish we'd had the time to work together, Kaito-san. You as well, Yagami-san. It may feel like we're a small-time outfit in the immediate term, but RK will grow. We'll show you. But in the meantime, we'll leave the two of you be. Does that work?
Finally, some sense. Best of luck with the growth. As the leader here, you need brains and brawn.
Something else?
Your gang was out there searching for some guy in a picture. Oh. How'd that hunt end up turning out?
Oh, yeah, the Crimson Chin.
He was some kind of girls' bar manager, wasn't he? It sounded like he'd disappeared from Kamurocho more than a few years back. You have any luck tracking him down?
We actually found that he's unfortunately dead. Likely murdered. Considering Kamurocho's reputation and the nature of his profession, I can't say I'm all that surprised.
Got it. I guess I was just kind of curious.
Always happy to oblige a detective.
I really don't understand what this subplot is supposed to be about. Right? Like, okay.
I guess we shouldn't have taken RK so lightly, even though they're new.
Does RK just stand for, like, retake Kamurocho or
Supposedly
something?
Soma's the one who spearheaded the campaign to scoop up all the ex-Tojo. Turns out he's teaching the next generation of thugs about protection money, loan sharking, mugging. He's like an unemployment agency for shitheads. They've got 50 full-time bodies so far, but if you include part-timers and other associates, they may be well over 2,000 strong.
That's a lot. Even half that's a lot.
The Yakuza left behind a gaping power vacuum in this town. Even if it wasn't RK, someone else would have swooped in. So much for peace and quiet in Kamurocho, huh?
Buzz.
Sorry, son's calling. Hello?
It's Shiosaki. Sorry for the wait. I found our file on Ahara's victim.
Ah, Mamiya-san, right? Yui Mamiya?
Yes, she lives with her family in East Ikebukuro. I'm about to make a quick house call.
Awesome. Then I'll be right over.
Good. See you sooner than later, I hope.
I caught all that. You go on ahead, Doc. This one's outside my area of expertise.
Okay. I'll head back to the office when I'm done.
Is he still there? He would be right here. He's gone. See, that's the real plot. Tak is fucking hallucinating. He's in an insane asylum right now. Talking to them like, yeah, and then I got a fucking hover bike. I got a hoverboard, and I drove around on the hoverboard. And there was a murder, and I solved the murder. Oh wait, shit.
So, perfect timing, Yagami-san. And here I was about to go without you. Are you ready to visit Mamiya-san?
Let's go! Time to head to the home of Ahara's victim, who doesn't know we're dropping by.
Well,
Yo, look at this. This looks like such a nice apartment. Oh, I'm jealous. That looks like such a nice apartment. Oh. How much do you think each of those units costs? Right?
remember, we're speaking to a
Like, the
victim
amount of
here,
money
Yagami-san.
I'm spending, I should
When
be
his
able to
assailant
afford
we
something like
defended in
this.
court. If we had tried to make an appointment,
But
she
no.
probably would have declined outright.
Not sure showing up unannounced is much better. So let's just hope she's willing to talk.
Yes, there's no way around it. It's a risk we had to take.
Well, here goes nothing.
Yes?
I'm Shirasaki from the Genda Law Office, the attorney for Mr. Akihiro Ehara. You may remember me from the hearings.
Why are you here? Don't you know it's rude to show up at someone's door uninvited?
I understand, but we have a pressing matter that directly concerns you. If we could do this another way, we would. I apologize for any inconvenience.
I'm sorry, but the trial's over and done with. You know I can legally turn you away.
You're right, but I'm only asking a moment of your time. Please, would you mind?
Even Sayori-san couldn't whip up a solid approach for this. Are we really out of luck here?
I don't have time for this. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Wait, before you do that. Sorry to butt in. I'm Yagami, a detective helping Saori here out.
And?
I can't let this be the end. I need to talk to her into opening the door somehow. Emphasize with her.
Are you aware of the trending video that's leading people to
I
believe
would
Ahara
not have
committed
gone
murder?
with that.
Thing is, the victim was confirmed to be alive in Yokohama until the morning of your own incident. And since Ahara was on the train with you, they're ruling him out as a murder suspect.
So, what is it you're getting at?
Just trying to ensure you're in the clear from any of that unfortunate business. If we could do this now, we'd never bother you again. All we need is 10 minutes of your time.
How absurd.
We're only trying to help, but if later would work better for you, we could always come back another time. With our supervisor, of course. That visit would probably be more formal. There'd be paperwork, audio tapes, you know the drill. You'll want to clear your schedule.
I really don't have time for any of that.
No, I understand, and it's entirely our fault. We thought we'd do this casually, but we really should have been more by the book. But it is a murder case, so we do have to make sure our paperwork is in order here. Now, would you prefer to schedule a date to accommodate a more formal interview?
You said 10 minutes if we do it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll make it as painless as possible.
All right. Hold on.
We really do appreciate it.
Don't worry, I just unlocked boxer style.
Well, I'm impressed.
So
I'm also not sure I should trust a word you say ever again.
Really? I did get us in the door, didn't I?
I'm joking. I do appreciate the help. Now let's not screw this up. This is likely the only conversation we'll have with Mamiya-san.
Am I able to dead end myself and just like,
Hello.
hey kiddo,
Hi there.
give me a high five?
Hi. Again, we apologize for the intrusion.
How nice
Let's
this
just
fucking
get this over with
apartment is.
already.
Like, this is such a nice apartment.
Okay, bye-bye.
We'll make this quick.
But like, what does she do that she's making so much money? I thought she was a single mom. You can use the conversation opener with Mamiya. Let's take a quick look around for something useful. The kid's drawing. It's amazing.
Suspicious.
Here's her husband and son. Pretty happy in this picture. Oh, it's a 2-income household, I guess, because she goes to work too. the shoes? What the fuck am I supposed to be? What?
Hey. Suspicious. Hey. What the?
What is he doing? What is your
Suspicious.
detective man doing?
What the? Hey. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What am I looking for? Why is there so much space behind your TV?
Uh-huh.
Get this kid fucking going wild. Hey, like, can you sit down, please? I don't know what I'm looking for. I haven't scoped the place out properly. What am I looking for?
Suspicious.
Bustle? Wait. Oh no! I just why am I allowed to kick stuff around? Oh no! Sorry, man. I have broken the fabric of reality. Oh man, he is just super hallucinating in this insane asylum right now. What is going on? Oh. Oh. Hold on, can I?
Uh-huh.
I wanna like clip out of bounds or something, right? Like this, this definitely feels like the kind of thing where I could just clip out of bounds somehow. Oh! Oh! Fuck. Okay, anyway, what the fuck? What am I supposed to be looking for? That's not it, that's not it. None of this out here, is it? No. The bat, the bike, painting, the picture, the shoes, the rug. Nothing here. Picture, plant, thing. Kitchen. Anything else in the kitchen? No. Playpen. What? The TV. We investigated her kid. What am I missing? The ceiling?
Uh-huh. Hey.
I just had to look at her? Are you fucking kidding me? I thought I did not register that it was an option for her butt and her face. Well, I'm sorry about destroying your coffee table.
So, Doc, I've already told the police and the court everything they could want to know about that morning.
I'm sorry to put you through this again, but would you mind going over those details with us?
What else is left to discuss?
I understand how pressured you might feel.
I've gone over this so many times. I wonder if pressing charges was even worth it.
No, what you did was both brave and inspirational. Many victims are afraid to come forward for any number of reasons. Your voice might give them courage to find their own.
Ironic, hearing this from that predator's defense team.
Well, perhaps.
Would you mind walking us through that day from the beginning?
It's nothing so mysterious. I was just on my way to work when some man grabbed my butt. That's all it was.
Nothing else was out of the ordinary that day?
Correct.
Not to pry, but where is your husband today?
Still at work? He usually doesn't get home until later. On that note, I have to feed my son, so let's get this wrapped up soon.
We'll try our best to. Moving along. On that day, you and Ahara-san boarded the train bound for Ikebukuro, correct? Had you ever seen the man before then?
No. At least not that I can recall. How many times must I go over this? Your lawyer friend here already knows everything I have to say. What do you gain by getting me to repeat things?
That's the thing. Yagami-san here is a specialist. He can take whatever you repeat, analyze it, and draw up an entirely new conclusion. Right?
Of course. That's exactly why I'm here.
Great. Now the pressure's really on. Seems to be a reoccurring thing lately.
In the security footage, as you stepped onto the train, it looks like Ahara-san stepped right behind you. Were you aware of his presence at this point?
I was. It felt like someone kept pushing up against me with no sense of personal boundaries. I remember second-guessing myself at the time, thinking it was normal for the train to be that packed.
Then the train took off while you were stuck in that situation.
Yes. And then I felt the back of his hand against me. It kept getting worse from there, to the point where he went under my skirt.
What does your husband
And the
do?
pig had the nerve to write it off as an accidental brush on a crowded train. But that kind of touch wasn't accidental. He even grabbed at me.
Truly awful. And I do sympathize. I've also had to turn in an abuser like that. Personally speaking, some men can't wait to debase themselves at the first opportunity.
Why would you say that and look at me?
I just stood there, frozen. I couldn't see who was touching me. I had no idea what to do. I wanted to scream. But what if he just played it off? So I decided I would bear it till the next station.
Are you okay, Mommy?
I'm fine, sweetie. We're just having a bit of grown-up talk. Are you hungry?
Uh-huh.
Then go read your book and wait over there for Mommy. We're almost done.
It looks like this should be the ending soon, no matter what. I should keep my questions brief. Up to now, I haven't heard many contradictions between Mayama's account and the security footage.
You said the abuse lasted the entire 6 minutes between Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station. Did you see the groper's face at any time during that span?
No. I was too terrified to look. And I thought, even if I did, he'd just pull away and escape. But just as the train was pulling into Shinjuku, I reached back and grabbed the hand on me. That's when I saw his face. Of course, he shook me off as the doors opened, but I'd already gotten a clear look at him. He must have known I could turn him in at that point. So he ran, and I chased after.
Right. That was captured by the station's security cameras.
Great job tailing him in such a crowded space. On that note, did you ever happen to lose sight of Ahara-san while running?
His cap was pretty easy to spot, and no one else was bolting off the platform like that, so I never lost sight of him. At that point, I could feel my voice returning, so I just screamed, "That man grabbed me!"
I'm glad there were good Samaritans nearby.
For sure. And there were a lot of smartphones out. So I figured there was no way for him to get away with it. I was so relieved.
I see. I think I've got the gist of it. But now we've got a piece of evidence that contradicts what you've told us.
What do you mean?
Yui Maima's story lines up with her testimony from the trial, but there's one thing that contradicts it. Okay. No. No. I don't know. So, let's go through them one by one. Okay. This kind of, but I would want to rewatch it to know for sure. This doesn't contradict it because this is after she's already called it. This does not contradict it. This does not contradict it. This kind of contradicts it because it's like, why would he wait an hour for her? This contradicts it. So, like... my feeling is... Okay. So let's go through it. This one, maybe. Probably not. No, no, no. Maybe. No, no. Yes. Right? Because this is the only one. This is clear as something's up here. This one, something's iffy. These corroborate. This one's iffy. But I think it's... We're going with the murder footage. I'm just gonna hope it's gonna be like, oh,
On the same day, at 6:30 a.m.
Okay,
in
I'm getting
Yokohama,
cutscene.
a student teacher named Hiro Mikoshiba was sent off to work by his mother. But he was soon abducted near his home, only to be found dead much later in Ijincho.
Is that...
According to the video, Ihara-san here is the murderer.
What?
He killed Mikoshiba in cold blood to get vengeance for his bullied son. His kid was about to graduate high school, but instead, he took his own life. So Ihara took it upon himself to punish his son's tormentor.
That's awful.
But now we come back to the issue here. If this footage is authentic, then Ihara-san couldn't have been your assailant. The victim's estimated time of death and Ihara-san's time of arrival in Tokyo simply don't allow for it. It's just not possible for someone to make that commute. But there's the flip side. If Ihara-san was in fact your assailant, it would mean this murder footage is a fabrication.
I don't know what you expect me to say after all this.
Right? Now you know how we're feeling. That's why we came to see if you had any leads for us.
So that's what this is about.
After hearing your story, I have no doubt you endured a lot.
I don't know her, so I don't know
Which
why.
would obviously mean that murder video was faked.
Then, who shared that video? And why?
Wish I knew. Based on the quality, something this convincing would need quite a budget. Whether it's CG on top of real murder footage,
I mean, we
or
know
just
he
a
has all the
rock-solid AI
goons with
creation,
him, and they probably
no
just
way
shared
was
it, right?
cheap.
His goons.
So why go through all this effort to fake a murder? Who would benefit from it? But I have to say, I feel much closer to piecing this puzzle together with your help today. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, and rest assured, this will be the last time you see us. Our apologies for the unexpected visit. And for dredging up unpleasant memories.
It's fine. So long as this is really the end of it all.
I think her family is in on it. And I bet it's gonna be something like her husband is a cop at a different precinct or something. Right?
I'd like to report Mamiya-san's account to the rest of the team. Can I count on you to be there?
But yeah, we're
Sure.
right here.
Let me give Kaito-san a heads up.
All right, then I'll see you there.
Yo, me.
Hey, I just got back to Kamurocho. Everything good? Any news?
All good here, man. What's with you? You worried Arcade got to me or something?
I mean, they did run their mouths about stabbing us in the back. But if you're good, I'm good. Anyway, I'm heading to Genda so Sari-san and I can go over what we learned from Mamiya.
You're the boss. As for me, I'm calling it a day.
You do that.
Alright, let's go review the evidence. Yeah, my guess is she's in on it, and the reason that it's on his hand is because he already had it. Either she's in on it or her husband is. One of the two.
Are we ready
We
yet,
don't know
Misa?
who her husband is yet.
Let's start
and
with our
that's my
visit to
thing, is
Mamiya-san,
he's in on
if
it.
that sounds reasonable to you.
Right? Because that way he
Yeah,
knows
let's
what
start
she's
there.
wearing and can be like, okay, she's in the fucking pink and white
So,
outfit or
the
whatever.
victim's story is completely in line with her court testimony, huh?
That's correct. There wasn't anything new to pick up.
Unfortunately.
In which case, should we look into the murder video instead? Like, figure out how they made it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Whether that tape's fake or real, someone had to put it online,
These
right?
goons.
Do we have any theories on who
The
that might be?
goons!
Well, the footage showed enough of the surroundings to make the crime scene clear. As somebody who's been there, I can confirm that the blood splotches match what you see in the footage. Which means...
The goons. The goons!
the murderer's accomplices have
Totally
to be
the
the ones
goons.
who posted it for him.
No, this don't make sense.
Yeah. I can't see it any other
Whether
way.
the goons are actually
I also
cops,
agree
we
with
don't know
Yagami-san.
yet.
But in that case, what would their motive be?
Maybe they wanted to make a mockery of the police, or even the whole system.
Huh?
We know Ihara got himself convicted for groping, so he'd have an alibi for Mikoshiba's killing. But then, his conspirators turned it around by uploading the murder video online. Almost as if to say, look how he got away with it.
I see. Yeah, that does make it sound like he's taunting them.
That's well and good, but I'd like to shift gears. Let's talk about the actual fabrication of the video. How does one go about that?
Well, for example, the true culprit would be taped murdering Mikoshiba. Then Ihara's face would be copied and blended onto the killers. That's how they'd approach it in a Hollywood movie.
But then, wouldn't you be able to see traces of it being faked?
Tsukumo-san reported that he's found nothing of the sort in his analysis.
We've been down this road before. If we take the stance that the footage is fabricated, we have absolutely nothing to work with.
Then let's tackle this from the stance that the video's actually real. If that's the case, there has to be a flaw in the groping issue. I think we've collected enough evidence to find it too.
Before meeting with Yui Mamiya, didn't you mention the possibility of Ihara using a stand-in?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps the real Ihara murdered Mikoshiba in Ijincho, then swapped places with the imposter so he could be detained.
But we couldn't find an opportunity for the swap to happen, remember? From the moment he set foot on the Ikebukuro platform, Ihara was constantly on camera.
But wait, that's not entirely
Not
accurate,
entirely, yeah. It's fucking obscured the entire way through. Yeah, like, you cannot say for sure that's him, right? Like, that's what I was saying, is like, in this one, they're like, oh yeah, that's him, you can see his face clearly. This, no. This, no. This, no. Right? None of those except for the first, the last one, this one, is the only one you could say, yeah, that's him. I'm gonna say this one. Because it combines also with the why are you waiting an hour?
Take a look at this.
I'm not sure why you're showing us this. There's not a moment when Ahara's off camera. Sad as it may be, such a major transit hub is bound to have tons of surveillance nowadays.
Yeah. You nailed the exact point I wanted to make here.
Which was...
Ahara wasn't constantly on camera. Ahara wasn't constantly on camera between Ikebukuro Station and Shinjuku, and the proof is, wait. Oh, this. Yeah, the fucking.
Remember how we mocked
point.
up a diagram of the Shinjuku Station platform?
Yeah. Oh, wait! That's it! You could be onto something. There's a point where Ahara wasn't on camera at all.
What is this point you speak of?
Let's all go over the diagram so that everything will be
I
clear.
think it should be obvious
Here's
at this
what I
point.
want you to
We've
see.
gone over it 4 or 5 times. Hey, look, there's a fucking weird spot right here.
It's very brief, but there's a moment where Ahara and Mamiya-san can't be seen by the security cameras. The dotted lines on the arrow represent the camera's blind spot.
It does appear so. So you're saying this is where the Groper, the fake Ahara, traded places with the real one?
Yeah.
Can't say it's impossible, right?
Right. Except if that actually happened, Mamiya-san would have been right behind them at the time. Could the two really swap places without her noticing?
In a crowd like that, I think it's feasible.
If that really was Ahara's plan, then I'd say he was being careless.
Careless? How?
Well, on the day of the incident, the station was packed for morning rush hour. That means there was no solid guarantee the assailant could make the switch. He could have been nailed by any random passerby before reaching the blind spot.
Good point. Not only that, if Mamiya-san had called for help while the train was still moving, then the first Ahara would have been caught before even reaching the platform.
Oh, I mean, yeah! Called it.
Think about it, Yagami-san.
Yeah,
Why
she's
would
in
Ahara's
on it.
accomplices
Okay, so she is
meticulously plan
definitely in
out
on it
every
then.
last
Yeah, that's a good
detail of
point.
this alibi,
She's in on
only
it.
to leave such a crucial component to chance, as Hoshino-kun pointed out?
Oh, just doing my job.
True. Good work, Hoshino-kun. In fact, I think that may back up my own take on it.
Yeah?
What if everything, including the appearance of leaving the plan to chance, was part of the plan?
Can you expound on that?
I'm saying I agree that such an airtight alibi wouldn't have allowed for contingencies. And that takes the question to another level. Just how far
What does
they
her
line up
husband
the
look
pieces
like?
in
Maybe
advance
they're
to make the swap work?
close.
Are you saying there's more to it than we discussed? What did we miss?
If everything on the day of the murder, including the train groping, was planning from start to finish, what else can we possibly deduce? Definitely not. Definitely not. Probably not this one.
I know this won't go over well, but what if Mamiya was colluding with Ahara all along?
Huh?
Bear with me. Let's say Mamiya was in on this, and knew about the imposter in advance. If that's the case, the swap could happen right in front of her and no one but the 3 of them would know.
You're saying the victim of a groping conspired with her assailant beforehand? That's ridiculous.
It's not a suggestion I'm fond of, but I have to consider the possibility of Mamiya playing a part of this conspiracy.
Let me just say, I'm only trying to work out how a swap like that would be guaranteed to work. Now, if Ahara and his stand-in both know that Mamiya will pretend not to have seen them, they can trade places in the blind spot with impunity. Conversely, if Mamiya wasn't in on the plan, the idea of a swap would never work. We can say with certainty that she would have seen the swap, so... She could have even called attention to the real Ahara the moment he stepped in. That way, the people around her would be focused on chasing the correct assailant. The rest is as we know it. They caught Ahara and detained him until the police showed up.
Hold that thought. If your theory is accurate, what about Ahara's trace evidence? Remember that fibers of the victim's underwear were detected on his hand.
Again,
Well,
if she's in on
that
it,
can also be explained by Mamiya being
give
in
him
on
some
the
of the
plan.
fibers.
For example, while the stand-in was showing himself at the security cameras, Mamiya could have easily provided Ahara access to a pair of underwear at the same time. Maybe the stand-in loitered around for so long because he was letting everyone else get themselves in place.
It's not impossible.
We can work out the other details later, but the point is, Ahara's murder alibi is shot if Mamiya was involved. In summary, it's possible that Ahara disgraced himself to secure an unshakable alibi for Mikoshiba's murder.
I'll concede that it's an avenue worth pursuing.
And when it comes to the prosecution, they can't just
The question
admit
is,
they
who's
got
the
the
body
first
double?
case so wrong.
Right?
Plus, they can't question Ahara about Mikoshiba's murder. In fact, their only option is to claim the tape was faked.
So he managed to make a farce out of the system after all.
Well, his court case for his son's bullying did get more or less thrown out, didn't it? The school, the investigative committee, and the court all agreed there wasn't enough evidence to convict anyone. No surprise for me that the guy held a grudge against the system for so long.
Hold on. Before we all decide on this,
What's up?
the obvious question to me is why would Mamiya be party to such a crime? She appears more than financially stable, and she's even raising a child. So why would she do something so enormously risky as helping establish a murder alibi?
My guess, before they say anything, because she has a son, perhaps the husband is involved in some way to what happened, and she's going, we need to make sure that the bullying situation is solved before my little kiddo gets off to school.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet.
Right?
Maybe she was promised something that far exceeds the risk.
Or that, or like, yeah,
maybe Ahara
money.
has some kind of dirt on her even?
Enough to make her help with a murder? What sort of secret would be big enough to force someone into that corner?
A 53-year-old patrolman and a married office worker and mother. The only connection between them so far is the train station itself.
What info do we have on Mamiya anyway? Maybe we can spot a connection to Ahara through her profile.
I'll pull her information. Just a second.
Oh, I just thought of something else those two would have guaranteed by working together.
What's that?
If Ahara wanted to use this crime as a murder alibi, he needed it to blow up into the public eye. But if he had chosen a victim who stayed silent, then nothing would have come of it. A solid plan would need to eliminate that variable, which means Mamiya being an accomplice was crucial to Ahara's success.
That's true.
Looks like Ahara pulled one over on the prosecution then. Had his accomplices right where he wanted them, even his victim. Once we learn how he's connected to Mamiya, we can root out the rest of his team.
Let's see. According to her file, her maiden name is Yui Suzuki. 30 years old, so that's consistent. Originally from Ota, Tokyo. Attended a private high school called Kurakawa Academy. Later graduated from Toto University.
Huh.
Met her husband on the job, apparently. Her husband, Taichi Mamiya, is an industrial designer at Techno Zeta Inc. 6 years ago, she gave birth to their only son, Sota-kun, who's now in first grade.
Hold on. You said she went to Kurakawa Academy? I heard that name in Ijincho. If I recall correctly...
I know it's not these two. I don't remember this one, though.
When I went to scope out the murder scene, there were these 3 guys watching the detectives and me. They told us they were just checking things out, but they mentioned they're Kurakawa grads too.
You have any ID on you?
Oh, yeah!
Will my license work? Kake-san, age 30.
Akaike-san, age 30. Mamiya's 30 as well.
What's that got to do with anything? Aren't we trying to find a connection
Through a
between
connection.
Mamiya and Ahara?
I found the Kurakawa Academy website.
What was...
Looks like they're pretty prestigious.
I saw her fucking head
It's in
snap
Tokyo,
around.
specifically
like
in Ota. Pretty close to where Mamiya lived. Oh,
What?
The girls there get such cute uniforms.
Oh, fucking calm down.
You little. You want to start all over from the bar exam?
Wait, I've seen that uniform before too, actually.
Where?
On an old picture of a teacher at Seiryo High, Sawa-sensei. Hara's son had confided in her. Is she actually a Kurakawa grad too? I don't know Sawa-sensei's exact age, but she could well be 30. Maybe all of them are even classmates.
Could this mean they're actually linked?
Yeah, okay, there we
The victim
go.
and her up to now unrelated assailant?
It's a tenuous link at best. Could fall apart any time. But no true detective alive would pass it up.
I feel like the one thing we need to get right now is essentially who is the body double, right? Who was the body double that stood on the station for an hour? And how they're related to this all, right? The father, obviously, the guy, Ihara, obviously his motivation is, fuck the police, fuck the system, you failed my son and myself. I'm gonna make a mockery of it so that it just gets thrown away and everything can just, like, be rotten or whatever. The teacher feels guilty because she was constantly pressured from people that have tenure in the school itself to basically make false allegations or false claims in court, and she hates herself for it and wishes that, and is using this as, like, a thing of going and getting her, like, not revenge, but self-satisfaction. Not self-satisfaction, not her revenge. Her, like, lessening the guilt on herself, because she clearly feels guilty for it. The mother, the one that was groped, I feel like her motivation is she probably got guilted by, we need to get this solved before your kid gets to high school, or gets to school, right? We don't want him to be a victim of bullying like this other kid we know as well, you know? You gotta help us. It's as simple as just, you know, let yourself get groped, right? The others don't know. My guess is something along the lines of they also have kids, or they were also... It's them, like, getting their justice for their friend who's in the coma, right? Because remember they mentioned that her friend's in a coma? Probably just feeling like they're getting some sort of justice for that, the fact that he's been in a coma for so long. Or they're getting some funds for it or some shit like that. The one thing we don't have is who is the body double, right? And if it's a prestigious university, then it implies they all have money, and they can clearly afford all the fucking assassins and shit they keep throwing at us as the plot. Anyway, I'm going to call it here because I need to eat. It's almost 10 here, and I have not eaten since 1, and I'm starving. So I'm going to call it here. I'll try to find another time at some point to, like, play again. We've been so freaking busy with work. That's why I missed a bunch of stuff last week, and I was going to play yesterday, and another meeting came up, and I'm just like, okay, cool, sure, fuck me, you know, whatever. So I'm glad I got today in at least. But yeah, I'll try to find another day to try to play again. But until then, enjoy your week and weekend, and I'll try to see you next week, if not earlier. But yeah, take care.